Squash! Squash! Is coming to say your show sucks. Caitlin Clark rules. The same man is on the attack. Bert Kreischer stinks. Show me how plead guilty. April wants good dick. I thought it was squash. Squash! Squashed! Right, the theater wishes us well. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks.
Hello.
Fuck yeah. The same man is on the attack. Bert Kreischer stinks. Show me how plead guilty. April wants good dick. I thought it was squash. Ray DeVito wishes us well. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks. Caitlin Clark rules.
Damn it, Matt, you know better.
And punch.
Yeah, boy!
I thought it was squashed.
Can you feel the magic in the air? Because I'm a real man. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, September 12th. How are you today? By the way, we're not finished. This isn't even close to being finished. Stay with me, baby. I'm working hard. I'm being diligent. I'm doing what I gotta do to get it done. To get it done right. Do it once, do it right. That was on the door of Long John Silver's when I worked there in 1993. 1992. Never mind. Do it right. Do it once. This is something. This is nothing. We're not even close. This is just the beginning. You might as well get on board now. This crazy train, if you will, courtesy of D7876, your $100 sponsor, one of your perks. Take advantage of it while you can. Oh! Whatcha? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday Losers. We're going to be watching Friday Losers today on the program. Get comfortable. AC/DC's here. Pop open a beverage. Sit back and watch the magic happen. I do mean the magic, if you will. Oh, by the way, my show at the yoga studio is back on. Turns out it's not at a yoga studio. AC/DC, why don't you give this phone call, make a phone call to this hotline. 323-977-9642. We can use you over there. Call it this weekend. If you're diving into alcohol, weed,
Smoke
meth,
weed every day.
drugs, whatever. I don't care. Just call the number, if you will. We need them. Good to be here, everybody. We're leading the charge. The show's happening. We got Lance here. He's here already, everybody. Everybody want to know where Lance is? He's here. Lancelot Link, secret chimp. Did you ever hook up with anyone at Long John Silver's, coworker, customer? Great question. Thanks for the $5. No, but there was a girl. I was too young. But there was a girl that I had a major crush on all throughout high school who got a job there. Her name was Rachel Seifer. She would actually pick me up and take me to work. I was in love with Rachel Seifer. Loved Rachel Seifer. And never happened. I was a little boy. I wasn't even really developed, Lance. If you really want to know the story. Thank you for paying attention. Oh, but could I fry a hush puppy like no? Oh, can I fry a chicken plank? Don't even get me started, Lance, about me behind the fryer. Oh, I threw it in the window, hit the timer, shook it, threw it in the window, had to clean out all of that. I had to get the hush puppy dough. I'm getting a DM from Stephen Bravo. He's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Bravo is here. Thank you, Stephen. As you know, Stephen Bravo's going to be headed with the mole. They're headed to Boca this Saturday to tape Gino and Keanu. And they're not happy about that. They don't want anyone taping them. You saw what happened at the Flop Content Hotel. They got that guy thrown out. What was his name? Teamster Tim. What was his name? So are they going to throw out Stephen? Are they going to throw out Stephen Bravo? I mean, he's easy to recognize. He has face paint on. Well, yeah, that's the guy with the face paint. Get him out of here. It's going to be a mess. Am I going? I don't think so. I don't want to get people's hopes up if they wanted to come out to see me with Gino and Keanu. I have too much going on. I'm not even finished with this. I got too much. It's just a mess. So bear with me. But go see Gino and Kiki and ask for your money back. Oh. You're sound effect heavy today. Thanks, Lance. Good to see you. Shuli Madoff for another $5. You guys are so generous today. Thank you. Rachel, if you're listening, call into the show, please. Rachel Seifer, please call in. Let's talk. I believe she's a mother of 3 these days. I know that because I ran into Rachel about 10 years ago. We had drinks at a bar. Still lovely, still looking good for her age. I'm not a young man. I'm not saying she's old, am I? I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, Shuli. But yeah, call into the show. 323-977-9642, Rachel. Leave a message. Nice podcast, stupid. $2 Dan. Carl's a thin-skinned dork. Gonna go at him, Z. Yeah, you know what's funny is Carl is getting exposed left and right for Content Hotel and his terrible show that he had. The one thing I've taken away is Carl's very, very formulaic, and he can't go off script. So Kiki went on her stream with Michaeline. Sorry, I didn't mean to, did it wrong. Michaeline. And basically called out Carl for being not a comedian who can't think on his feet. And it was actually it was a fair assessment. It was definitely Carl to a T. Carl is a micromanaging douche who has to go formulaic. If you watch WATP, it literally is the same episode every single time. Carl has a formula, he sticks to it, and he won't sway from it. It's long setup, clip, stop, comment, laugh, agree. That's what his show is. That's it. Peppered in with some Cardiff Electric games, and they got the hilarious bit, is it gay? So fucking funny. What a great idea. Is it gay? Where they see if something's gay. It's so good. It's so good. But here's Carl and Adam Bush explaining Content Hotel and how shitty it was.
Content Hotel. I've heard a lot of people saying that a lot of things sucked there.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to argue with them just because I'm not an argumentative type of person, but I will say that the live stream setup was a failure on so many levels. Mm-hmm. It's hard to even describe. The whole concept of doing a 48-hour live stream was kind of this afterthought, which was so surprising because, I mean, they took care of everything. You felt taken care of. You felt like there was always things you needed. They were always making sure you were okay. But in terms of the actual show, there was a sign-up sheet. And all of us were supposed to just pick a time within those 48 hours that we were going.
That's insane. A sign-up sheet for a 24-hour. That is insane. Oh, I'm getting intel. Oh, Ray DeVito's going live at 2. We're going to have to find out what's going on over at the Ray show. He's going live at 2. Again, Ray's just going up against everyone. Up against Kevin yesterday. He went up against Melton. Ray's a fucking idiot. But Content Hotel was this huge event that they've been, I mean, Chrissy was talking for months, nonstop plug after plug. Carl was plugging this. Oh, come to Content Hotel. You're going to want to be there. And they didn't even plan the live stream. It wasn't even a thought. They wanted to make sure they had posters, cookies, everything else, karaoke for Anthony, except the show itself. That was the last thing they thought of. It was a disaster. And Adam Bush is confirming it. Including Carl's show, by the way, was a disaster.
Going to, I guess, just talk on the live stream. And some people did, but then you'd show up and the gear would have been overheated. And you couldn't get online. Whenever the gear would overheat, they would turn the live stream into an iPhone. And then they'd have to walk around outside while the gear cooled down. So signing up didn't do anything. You couldn't time it out. It resulted in people just sitting and waiting for long periods of time and then giving up and moving on. And then a text came out at 3 a.m. saying we got nobody on the stream. And I'm one of these stupid theater kids. I see something like that and they need me. I gotta go. And I put on my clothes and I run, and it was me and Gino and Keanu and one or two other people, and we're like, we got the call. Let's do it. Let's do a show. And the gear, it's too hot. We can't do anything. They're walking the dog. Who's walking the dog? Just like you thought, one of Chrissy's friends, because they cared and needed to do something because there was nothing on the air. And I waited from about 3:30 till 4:35, and I left. I couldn't stay up any
That's
longer.
where I ran into Adam at like 4 a.m. on Friday night, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bippity-doo, going back to my room. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm in the live stream. And now I'm playing with...
That was another thing. Carl admitted that he barely hung out. He was in his room preparing his clips the whole time. He says one of his biggest regrets was not hanging out. I was too busy watching Steel Toe to an audience of 20 that didn't give a fuck about Steel Toe.
Dogs with Adam on the live stream. Fuck. Trying to avoid.
Sucker.
Yep. So, all right. So my takeaway on that, there was, Chrissy was hoping for a lot more participation, I think, from people, because they had all these events set up, and there was zip lining and beer pong and go-karting and all the stuff that was going on.
I mean, Mersh was right. I hate to say it. Mersh was right. Chrissy planned a vacation for herself and her friends and her family and her husband. It was a vacation. Go-karts, zip lining, drinking, White Claws. Mersh was right on the money. I hate to agree with Mersh, but he was right. Pull Scan Sam, Z-Man, Content Hotel was not good. It was not good. But yeah, the show was just an afterthought. That's just that's a big smack in the face to your audience. At the end of the day, Tim Bollinger, Melton's ball washer, I heard they didn't even have lanyards. See, I know that was a joke. The thing is at my event, the show was planned. We had an actual format of how it was going to go. At the end of the day, the owners, at the last minute, yanked it, fucked us over. But we had the idea. We had everything in place on how it was going to go. But Chrissy's, they didn't even give a fuck about the show. They just cared about snacks, everything else. Karaoke was number one on their list for Anthony because he likes to sing it like a faggot.
I didn't get a chance to
And he sings hack karaoke songs like Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Hilarious.
do any of it because I was prepping for 2 different shows. So I was mostly in my room doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, it seemed like the participation in the live stream wasn't what she was hoping for. And my takeaway is it doesn't need to be 48 hours straight. Like it seems like a fun concept, but why not go from like 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. or to midnight or something and then turn it off. Let the equipment cool down. Let Fealty get some fucking sleep. This poor fucking guy. Fealty's out of an hour's sleep and we're trying to troubleshoot WATP on Saturday. I'm like,
guy.
I'm sorry, man.
We're all performing.
This is how much of a cuck Carl is. He won't even criticize Chrissy or Frank or Anthony. He won't. If this was me, you guys would be having a fucking field day. If this was my event that I put on, this would be talked about for over a year. Carl won't touch it. He won't. And he's getting more and more defensive. The more and more you point at Carl that his show sucked at Content House, the more defensive he gets. I got a text from Rocco. He told me not to share this with anybody. So I'm going to go ahead and share it. I basically wrote him, I go, because we were talking about the Detroit, they're doing the big Detroit show with Drew Lang. By the way, don't get it twisted. Drew Lang's the draw there. They were on the radio for years in Detroit. They just throw WATP on as a goof. That's another thing about these shows. One of your big things is, oh, Chad doesn't sell tickets. He can't sell tickets. Tukey was going around Detroit. Do you know who chadzumock is? Here's the thing. I dare WATP to do a show by themselves. I dare Rocco do a show by himself. The Potato do a show by... Let's see who sells tickets. I dare Patrick Melton to do Heckamania just by himself. Let's see who sells tickets. Instead, you guys all got to team up and come together like a nerd of Voltron to sell tickets. Rocco, I basically was making fun of the Detroit show because he can't go because his mom won't let him. And I basically said, oh, must be killing you not being able to go to Detroit and hang out with Carl and Melton and have fans say how much of a genius you are, because he likes to get his ego stroked. That's why he goes to those events. You remember that one time he was talking, he's like, yeah, man, this guy ran up and he bought me a drink and he's like, can I get you anything else? And he's like, it was so cool, man. I was like, yeah, that's my life every weekend, dude. That's my life every stand-up show. I'm used to it. You were like, oh, this is all new to me. This is so cool. But he says, I have a family who loves me and makes me feel good. I just hope everyone there has fun. I know that's the most important thing. And I wrote, I hope it ends like a Great White concert. What-cha? I didn't say that, but also Carl is so insecure about his show at Content Hotel. His show, he shows his hands every single time it comes up. And then he wrote back, he took a stab at Chrissy, which was something I enjoy. He's like, Chrissy worked so hard printing out posters and making sure they all had snacks. And he goes, you know what? That's the same thing they made fun of you for, on how you focus on the lanyards and not the show. Well, we never had a chance to do the show. You understand? Like we didn't get the opportunity to do the show, so you can't criticize the show because we weren't allowed to do it. We had to throw an audible and do a fucking podcast in Kevin's room. I was shocked at Carl's hypocrisy there. Don't say anything on your show, though, about Carl's hypocrisy. I call it as I see it. He's given that giant ass Chrissy a pass, but dunks on you for the same thing. Hypocrisy police. And he even showed us, I'm just kidding. And don't mention this at all on your show. This is just between us, bros. I can't read that. Oh, because he had to edit it. So yeah, even Tukey saying Carl's a piece of shit. That's how I took it. And hypocrisy. Hypocrite. I can't talk. Hypocrisy police is what I'm trying to do. There we go. There we go. We got a poll up. Go vote.
Performers. Why not
Yeah.
just schedule performances instead of just handing a sheet out and going, you all work it out among
Yeah.
yourselves?
Right.
There was no leadership when it came to me, what's the most important thing happening there. I'd never met Patrick Melton. I went to Hackamania, and of all the visions of what he was going to be like I had in my head, none of them involved him sober and behind the soundboard 8 hours a day, every day, mixing and
Now, Adam Bush is ball washing Patrick so he can get invited to Hackamania next year.
live streaming every single act personally. Like, that's because his priority was this show and getting it out to people. And he knew if it didn't sound and look good, it would be on him.
Right.
Chrissy knew that she loved these people that were here and thought they were talented and did everything she could to make them comfortable and make them happy.
Yes,
but
for sure.
without any thought to this show. And it brings me...
I want to go on WATP. I can do this show. Yeah.
I can go right to another one of my things on the bad list, which is that these were really missed opportunities, because I got to tell you, when me and Keanu and Gino talked for an hour and a half on the set of the live stream, in front of the microphones, on the couches, talking about the Dabbleverse in this quiet voice, and I just did what I like to do, which is interview them and ask these questions and listen to their answers. The shit that they said would have been the best podcast to come out of there.
You told me about the conversation, and I went,
I'm sure it was profound, Adam. Adam has a very unhealthy obsession over the Dabbleverse. I don't understand. If you're accomplished in acting and theater and music, why? This is the worst place you can be. I got sentenced here. You understand? I don't want to be here. I don't enjoy these people. I don't like these people. This is God's punishment for all my crimes. That's why I'm here. This is my jail. But Adam's here because he wants to be. That's on you, Adam. That's a reflection of what you are and who you are. Tom Myers, everybody. Celebrity Tom Myers. What's that? Carl being defensive? Wow, he accuses me of the same. I will say it again and again until my final days on this planet. Every accusation is a confession. Oh, I mean, there's not a bigger hypocrite than Carl. 100%. Nobody's a bigger, Melton. But Carl is the biggest hypocrite out of all of us. The fact that he does shows criticizing and goofing, we're just goofing on people, other people's podcasts, is just a reflection of his own insecurities. There's nobody more defensive and insecure than Carl Heberger. He's constantly saying how great his life is. No, it's not. Your life's not great. It's not. You're married to a 55-year-old woman who can't have a period or a child. You grew up with club feet. You got crooked teeth. You got a nervous nerd laugh energy about you that's off-putting. Your life is not good. Quit pretending. I got a house in Cape Coral. Cape Coral's a shithole. I was there. I was in your neighborhood. You remember when I put the anti-trans note on Stuttering John's door? You remember? I was there. I looked around. John's neighbors had a pickup truck in the lawn in a boat. There wasn't trees. There was a dirt field. Cape Coral sucks. I could buy a house in Cape Coral tomorrow. Anyone could. Ray DeVito could, who's going up against me. Going live at 2:15, punks, but I'll be on at 8:40. Anyways, I digress. Proceed.
This wasn't on a show, and they were willing to talk about this stuff, because we know that Gino and Keanu have a different perspective on what we do here. They think that this is a toxic realm. where everyone's a hater and everyone's an asshole and trying to get you canceled. Like,
Yes, it is. Carl, they're right. They're right. It is toxic. They are haters. They do try to get you canceled. Got my Patreon canceled? They call the police on me? I mean, that's just stuttering John. But yes, this is a shitty world. Patrick Melton filed a police report on me. Steel Toe has restraining orders on Melton and Nick Rekieta. Aaron Emholt's facing felony charges. There's swinging, cocaine, whippets. Quit trying to rewrite the world we're in. This is World War Z. We're at war. The war is right outside your door.
half of Gino's stand-up act is about how YouTube sucks, you know? And so the idea that you have a guy like Adam who came in here voluntarily, joined into the Dabbleverse as a part of WATP, talking to these two about like, yeah, what's your problem? Like, why do you think this is such a horrible place?
It is.
And you're having that real conversation would have been amazing.
It was amazing.
It is, Carl. What is. The Dabbleverse, what you like to call it, I don't, because it's fucking gay. Besides, Chrissy Mayer came up with that, and that's horrible. The name should be changed immediately, if not sooner. This isn't a good place. It's not good. There's a reason why Big J Okerson, hi Big J, if you're watching, watches it secretly. It's like watching gay porn. You don't want anyone knowing. And the people that voluntarily, like Adam Bush, comes into it is a reflection of what he is and who he is. If I win the Powerball, and I will go buy one after this, you'll never see me again. You understand? I've said it time and time again. Chad, we get it. We know you're going to die in the Bahamas on the beach like Sean Connery, living a peaceful life. Yes. Yes. If I don't have to watch Carl, Aaron, Nick Rekieta, Chrissy, any of these people ever again, that's a good life. That's a good life. But your world consists of watching Steel Toe and Stuttering John. That's my life. But you like it. You love it. I don't.
Keanu's like a schizophrenic homeless person that's like circling the dumpster that you kind of hear, and it's just like nonsense 95% of the time. But that last 5%, you're like, what the fuck was that? That's something. I would love to share that with everyone, but I can't because we weren't recording and it wasn't a podcast. And it was such a missed opportunity. It blew my mind that all this great content that she dreamed of was actually happening, and none of it was being recorded. And like you
That's
said,
because the equipment was too hot, right?
the equipment was too hot, and
They
it was,
never put the show first. It was never about, it was about the grift. It was about scamming Sticker Mule and whatever sponsors they had. It was a grift the whole time. And that's why people aren't going to be going to these live events anymore, because of Content Hotel. You expect them to pay? Get a hotel room? Transportation? Again? They're not. Gustav, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you again, Gustav. I had the pleasure of performing my comedy stylings in front of Gustav in Greenville, South Carolina, where Anthony Cumia lives, and at the Schaumburg Improv in Illinois. Both times, I never met the man. Don't most people get a place in Florida to be near the water? And isn't inland ghetto? Yes. Anybody can buy a house in Cape Coral. It's not that, it's a shithole. It's like Rochester. It's like Rochester of Florida, Cape Coral. It's the Rochester of, that's the best analogy I can give. Rochester's the armpit of New York, and Cape Coral's the armpit of Florida. Not impressive buying a home. We lost a lot of good people during the cola wars. I can go for a cola. In fact, I'm going to go for one right now. I can't go for that. No, no. No can do. I can't go for that. No, no. No can do. I can't go for that. Can't go. Be right back. Where's it at? And we're back. You said cola, and I was like, I want a cola. Cola Zero. Delicious. Now I know why Kevin Brennan drinks it all the time. Are you talking about Pepsi and Coke? Cola Wars? This is an ADD podcast. I love this song. I got the best bumper music in the... What is the best cola? I say Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the best. I haven't had a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi in like over a year and a half. I drink Coke Zero because it's 0 calories. Dayla says Dr. Pepper is superior cola. Dr. Pepper is pretty fucking good. Nice podcast. Stupid says RC Cola. I used to love RC Cola when I was a kid. Full Scan Sam says Mountain Dew. I used to like Mountain Dew. My buddy Emmett Snellenberger loved Mountain Dew. Pool Scan Sam coming at me with $2. Z-Man, any good restaurants near your place? Yeah, we have this great place called Chick-fil-A. That's really good. There's a Applebee's. It's fucking amazing. Anyways, let's get back to it. Let's focus.
Yeah. No organization, and there was no plan. It was directorless. It was just, figure it out for yourselves. And then walking back, like you said, I ran into Carl, and I'm like, oh, let me tell you about what just happened. And I was thinking, God damn, people would have loved to hear this. You and I, coming down at the end of the evening, just summing up all of this stuff, being incredibly honest about everyone. Like, I can't believe the opportunities are here.
Why didn't you just wait till the podcast started up again and just say what you said before?
And they're all being missed. And what we're recording is...
I'm sure we missed these awesome opportunities.
The walking of a dog, or right. There was 1 minute, I don't know who they were. They were like just dancing by themselves with no music, trying to stay awake. And she was like, can we get some music or something? And the voice went, no. And she was like,
oh my God, Adam, you're great. The Tom Gully shows in the chat says, Adam seems like a guy that would be upset if you were out of ketchup packets at a drive-thru. I think I like that analogy.
Just anything? We can't afford it. It's publishing.
I love a good act out.
And she just kept dancing, and I was watching this thinking there is so much interesting, crazy, or just delusional talent around here to make something interesting. It's such a travesty we're not taking advantage of it.
Everyone as much as I want.
We learned something interesting that you can tell from watching the stream, and it's not.
Oh, by the way, this is a Doom clip. Got to remind everyone, these Clippers are getting out of hand with they need their props. The Clippers are making more money than we are these days. So why am I promoting them? They're all on super tips. They're making money. They should be promoting me and my super chat and my Venmo. The Clippers should be promoting my Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants.
Not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just that WATP is the only show that has some kind of preparation that needs to be done.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
else
People
is
were
a live
surprised
streamer.
by it. People were surprised.
People that had been guests on the show or had claimed to have seen it before were surprised by it.
Yeah. When well, I'll tell the Rich Voss story later.
Yeah,
Keep
it's not hard work. No one's complaining. It's just if we want to have clips and comments that are telling some kind of story and relevant to that day, this stuff moves so fast that you really can't until the night before and the day before. And for whatever reason, I will never understand, our schedule was a live show in a room that wasn't going to be streamed. They're dying with this empty cameras over here, and we are putting on a show that nobody's going to see in another room. So Chrissy was like, oh, do another show tomorrow then on the stream.
Right.
And we said, like everyone I saw in that place, whenever anything came up, said, okay, great, you got it. But now we got to go back to the room, and we got to sit, and we got to write for a bunch of hours. We got to pull clips and figure this thing out, which, by the way, is what we love to do. Like, that's why we were there. It's our favorite thing to do. We don't want to mingle. We just want to do this.
Let me say this for the record. I said
Here
this
we
on
go.
Patrick's show on Monday. Our live show that I was promoting, I thought went really well. We had some great segments, but it was not well attended. And it's not a show that I would want to do. And if I could go back in time, I don't think I would agree to do that show. However,
So you were plugging it nonstop. Every fucking clip you put out, we're going to be at Chrissy Mayer's Content Hotel. No one came to it.
with that said, I had a blast, and I'm glad I went.
How could you have a blast when you say, I couldn't socialize as much. I was in my room the whole time working and getting steel toe clips. So you didn't have a blast. Unless you have a blast going through steel toe clips. So what is it, Carl? Who are you trying to fool? And then you said, I wouldn't agree to do it again, but I had a blast. Well, if you had a blast, you would agree to do it again. So you're lying.
I had a lot of fun this past weekend, and all things considered, it was a really cool experience, and an experience that I'm.
How's it so cool sitting in your room pulling clips and then frustrated you can't get the live stream going? How's that cool? How's that fun? I don't get it. You're lying. Frustrated we can't get the equipment going. We had to wait. Technical difficulties in your room pulling clips. How's that fun?
I'm glad I got to live through and will remember.
And if people were being charged for this live stream, I would be angry. If it wasn't just like a
Right.
free
Yeah,
shitty
just a
link
free-
on YouTube,
right, yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
then
It's
we
just
would be
running. Yeah.
mobilizing
Right.
and not even
Correct.
talk.
That's why they grifted super chats. They got sponsors to give them money. You sold tickets to this event. There were tickets online.
Talking about it until every single person got their money back. Because for a WATP fan or anyone else, it's not exciting to have a shittier angle in a shittier room with terrible audio. That's what's in that for them. It's just the show they like that I'm still proud of, that we all wrote two really great shows that nobody really got to hear or enjoy, because even the set
They weren't great.
was such an obnoxious
They weren't great.
afterthought. We can't get Kumia a seat, and he's got to stand there like a guy on a wedding cake who's been abandoned at the altar.
The amazing Anthony Cumia. We couldn't even get our royalty a seat.
like by himself because no one will bring a seat because the only two people in there were just staring. And I got to tell you, at some point when someone came in the room and turned on the TV and started watching Pee-wee, I felt a little isolated. I felt like we were a little bit on our own, but to have no background, no thought to...
You know what's so funny? Every single time I perform anywhere, the very first thing I do when I get to a venue, especially a new venue, always a new venue, every single time, I let me see the stage, let me see the room, every single time. I get there an hour before the show because I'm a professional. I go, let me see the stage. Do a mic test. I'm like, okay, let's go. So they literally showed up and they just start doing show prep, and then they show up to when they had to film and record, and they're like, what the fuck's going on?
All of that.
Well,
that
and
was there.
to Mersh's credit, it wasn't no background. It was open windows.
The worst background you can
backlit.
have. Right.
Yeah. So it was like, just put some curtains up or something. Like
Why didn't you do that when you first got there?
it could have, it could have been different.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing is the location. I enjoyed it in the spirit of, I have done gigs in the Catskills before. I'll do whatever the gig is, especially when it's a band you love. You'll play anywhere you want. You just like playing together. But this was prohibitive. It was prohibitive on every level. It involved hills, and you invited little people to
That's
come.
true. That's
true. I thought I had it bad. That's very, very, very. It's challenging and unnecessarily so. I didn't know why we were there. I don't care that it's an old 70s. I don't care.
I like that people are writing cope in the chat because they don't know that we're actually having a real conversation. We're literally talking about what was good and what was bad.
But what's
Carl, you know, you always mention how Opie puts up free chats on the screen, or Aaron reads chats and he doesn't have to. You just did the same thing, Carl. You're like, I like how people are writing cope in the chat. You didn't have to say that. Like, I don't even know what's going on in my free chat right now. I don't care. So you're doing exactly what Steel Toe does and exactly what Opie does. That's a defensive guy. You're a defensive guy because somebody wrote cope in the chat. Yeah, that's called criticism because the event sucked and your show sucked. Take it. Right now, I'm looking at super chats, and let's go to them because they're important, like this one. Z-Man, what's your Taco Bell favorite? No. I don't like Taco Bell unless I'm drunk. I can't eat it sober. It's disgusting. But when I'm drunk, I'll get a Nachos Bel Grande for sure. That's a given. But thanks for that. More importantly, open up your tabs, accept gifted memberships, because Isaac Walmart just gifted one. Let's go. Let's gift some fucking memberships today. We're 41 away from the goal. Let's go.
Break your fucking face tonight. Give me something to break.
I love that. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. We're at war with these mental patients. McLeod, member for 5 months. Thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. I actually know McLeod and his lovely lady. They've been to my show at Side Splitters. Doxed! Yeah, the whole Charlie Kirk thing is it's so sad. Let me pivot on this for a second and provide my social commentary. I'm going to go ahead and grift off this like Steel Toe did for an entire show. No, the whole thing's sad. And I don't care what political party you're affiliated with, but if you can't take a step back and look how polarizing politics is right now and how divided it is, it's not good. And the fact that people are being influenced by these political extremists, right-wing and left-wing grifters, and there's left-wing grifters and there's right. Anthony Kumia is a right-wing grifter. Gavin McGinnis is a right-wing grifter. They're just as guilty as the radical left. They are. And then you got you're influencing these young mental patients, these losers. And they feel like they have to do something. And they do something stupid like killing somebody for his words, because he wants to have an open discussion about things and talk, whether you agree with him or not. He's like, I need to do something. I need to silence this guy because I don't agree with his beliefs. That's just fucking insanity. But I blame, they're blaming the left, the radical left. And certainly I am not a part of the radical left or the left for that matter. If anything, I lean right and conservative. But at the same time, I don't judge another man for his political beliefs. One of my dear friends is a fucking left extreme guy. His name's James Renner. I love him. As soon as he starts talking politics on Twitter or TikTok, I can't. I don't agree with him. But I don't hate him because that's what he believes in. He voted for Hillary. He voted for Kamala. Fine. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? So this Charlie Kirk, by all means, from what I can see, a good guy, a father of two, family man, had faith, goes around to these colleges and just wants to talk, debate him, have a discussion. That was his whole thing. And then some lunatic kid, I don't agree with him. I'm going to have to kill him. I'm going to silence him. Guess what? We're at war now. You're right, McLeod. We're at war. And I'm not talking about World War Z. This is going to get worse. It's not going to get better. They tried to assassinate Trump twice because they don't agree with him or like him. He's too polarized. It's insanity. And if you don't think the right's just as guilty, they are. So we need guys like fucking Gavin McInnes and Anthony Kumia to shut the fuck up. Patton Oswalt, all you fuckers on the left, Stephen King, Alyssa Milano, Hollywood, shut the fuck up. Quit pointing fingers. You know what people don't talk about that a lot more people should talk about? Jimmy Fallon had Greg Gutfeld on his show. That was a step in the right direction. Because they certainly don't agree with their politics, but they got along and had a conversation. That's how it should be. Or we're going to get more wackos taking out just innocent people. And yes, I am on a soapbox right now. And yes, let's get back to the losers. But McLeod just set me off. I don't agree with half of my audience. Half of my audience doesn't like me. That's fine. Good. Don't. You're allowed. Have an opinion. That's fine. Fuck you, So Thorough Joe Burrow. Put me in your clip. If they were gentlemen, they would offer to carry those little people up the hill. If they were gentlemen, they would have offered to carry those little people up the hill. I don't know what you're saying. I appreciate the $5, though. Go subscribe to So Thorough Joe Burrow and fuck the fucking Bengals. If we had a kicker, you guys would be done. 40-year-old Joe Flacco played better than Joe Burrow, and that's a fact, Jack. Go support. Go give him his $5 back. Here we go. There he is. So Thorough Joe. He's on Venmo. So Thorough Joe Burrow. I'm telling you, these Clippers are making more money than we are. How about you promote my Venmo, Doom? Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Fitzwell just gifted a membership. I said, open up your tabs, accept gifted memberships. Let's give some memberships. Is Ray on? Can anybody tell me if Ray's on right now? All right, I'm in the free chat. I haven't seen it. Who's here today? The final boss is here. That's fun. Ray is on. Okay, let's check in with Ray. I want to find out who his guest is and how many people are watching. Remember this show? Should we bring it back? Should we bring back the Ray DeVito?
Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper credit, I just walk away.
It's not for you to. They're saying that because on Tinder I matched with I didn't know the lady was trans. I matched with the lady and I was going to meet up there. She's like, "Did you read my bio?" I did not, and she was trans, and I still went. I bought her a couple drinks. I was like, you know what? That's all I was going to do is buy a drink or two anyway. So, well, I wasn't
So
into it.
Podcast
But
Stupid's
yes,
already
why not?
over there.
I'll go.
How many viewers do they have? That's what I want to know. Who is this guy? Is that Dave Portnoy? Did he get Dave Portnoy? He has 31 people watching. Good job, Ray.
Did anybody?
Yeah, it wasn't my. I wasn't. I mean, I was.
Is that Dave Portnoy?
You know, when I saw it, I was like, but I was like, I'll still go. I didn't want to hurt their feelings.
No,
I don't want to hurt their feelings.
You know what? Anybody who's being honest with you before they meet you, that's fine to go meet them for a drink. If you figure that out at the bar, it's okay to leave too.
Exactly. I've done this before. I don't know. Like I was talking about this on a show, and people have.
He's back in the basement of his dead parents' friends. He's got the Teamster Tim Bad News Bear thing on the treadmill. He's right back to what he used to be.
I'm being a penis. Yes, of course.
Oh, okay? You have done that, yeah? Because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You're like, I'm not. I know I'm not into this, but it's like, all right, whatever. It's just, I've done that. Guilty.
I'm getting word that there's some gay guy. Ray just has a gay guy on now. Telling repeat stories. Okay, we're not missing anything over at Ray. He's not even interesting to snipe, so we're going to move on. By all means, go over to watch Ray. Whoa!
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So that is why I am better than everyone in the world. Kiss my ass and suck my dick, everyone.
Bill from Jersey, $100. Whoa! Holy shit. We're going to put him on the $100 sponsor sheet. Thank you, Bill. Someone's doing well. Thank you very much, sincerely. Your head moderator throwing the money around. No one was watching WATP because of their prepping. Adam acts like he was traveling to do a panel at Comic-Con. It was a crappy resort in the Catskills. Hit a bet on DraftKings, now I'm kicking up. Wow! What was the bet? What was the bet? Thanks, Bill. I hit the goal. Yeah, I know. I mean, Carl is he's a planner. He likes to he's a detail-oriented control freak. His whole show is completely scripted. He even I've done his show twice. He'll send you the topics so you can come up with your response. It's not spontaneous. It's not on the fly. But yeah, Adam likes this stuff way too much. You can watch it like it's a train wreck, like a lot of you do. And that's how you should consume the Dabbleverse, a train wreck. I almost don't want to take this off the screen just to shame all you fucks. Thank you again, Bill. That was very nice of you, sincerely. And then we go to fucking $2 guy. Jesus. Talk about a letdown. You go from 100 to a 2. Z-Man, peace to the Hackverse. Have Ray on the show. No. Why? So I can get less viewers? Gray's done. Fernum, who's been a member for 9 months. Hello, that's another thing. If you get a membership, if you were gifted one, consider signing up. But if you get a membership, you can get a free super chat on the screen. It's one of the perks. Oh, by the way, another perk for the $100 sponsor, and Bill, you can pick a song, is you could pick the song up top. I played Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne because D7876 requested it, who's a $100 sponsor. I have yet to make the scroll, so I'm not going to run it. But let's shout out to the $100 sponsors while you're here. D7876, Stephen Bravo. These will be flipping on the 15th. Bubba, Vinny Cash, who is, I just talked to him. He's doing well. He's busy with work. Ken Mosca, John Spencer, Lisa Stewart Perry Skincare, Deadful, Steris Video, Michaela, Bill from Jersey, Crooklyn Comedy, Sam Tripoli, and Jason Gregg. Thank you very much. Hello, my fellow Americans. To everyone who's been wondering about this, as I do as well, I speak for all of us in asking Chad, where are our new emojis? Listen, I can't get, it says I'm 82 memberships away from new emojis. So every time they say I can get emojis, somebody either just drops their membership or doesn't renew. So I'm 82 as of today. 82 as of today from new emojis. So if you're feeling generous and you want to gift memberships to get us ahead, that's great. No, by no obligation. But if you want to see those emojis, I'm 82 away. Okay? I need a palate cleanser. This show's been all over the fucking map today. It's been all over the map. '70s Spider-Man action. What's Spidey up to now? Let's check in with him. I know that guy. Whoa! Holy shit! Whoa! Pick him! Is that Martin Short? Whoa! Go! Oh! Don't go in there! I want to direct one of these episodes. Where's the Green Goblin? Whoa! Whoa! Wow! So dumb. Excuse me. Z-Man phone update. We're good. Phone's good. Phone's working. I do need a new iPhone, though. I'm not going to lie. It's not a grift. I just need one. I'm not asking you to go buy me one. But yeah, it's doing good. I had to get a new chip. Let's try it out. See if this works. Berewusa. Yep. Hold on.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
All right. I guess you're too good for me, Sam Tripoli. You'll do Rogan and Adam Carolla, but you won't do my show. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. Actually, you know what? There's a new episode of By Chad up on Patreon right now. Patreon exclusive. You can't even get it if you have a membership. Where Sam Tripoli and I record our phone calls each week for our respective Patreons. Go sign up for patreon.com/World War Z for $5 and you can listen to it right now. And we get dirty on these phone calls. We get down to the nitty gritty. We talk, we name names. So we talk a lot of shit on these phone calls. I think you'll enjoy it. So sign up for as little as $5. And I want to thank our newest Patreon signee who signed up yesterday, Randall, who is also a former $100 sponsor. So thank you to Randall for signing up. What else do we got? Let's transition, shall we? Okay, what do you guys want to get into? It's a Friday. We could all do it. We can transition into Steel Toe calling out Kumia, which is hilarious. It's like me calling out Chuck D. That's how bad it's gotten. Kiki and Michaelina on Content House. We can jump into a hype train. You guys call it in the chat. What do you guys want to do? Get Mersh on losing Patreon. Yeah, I guess Mersh lost his Patreon. By the way, I'm not buying this Mersh Carl back and forth. It's total pro wrestling. What Mersh and Carl are doing right now is total pro wrestling. Okay, I'm looking at the free chat. You guys called it. It is a Friday. So, all aboard? Wait, let me do it the right way. All aboard!
All aboard!
Hype train! Get on the hype train! Yeah! Who's on the hype train today? Can you guys guess who's on the hype train? I bet you can. I bet you won't. Oh, it's exciting. It's the first time ever, too. Who do you think's on the hype train today? You'll never guess. You can't. You won't. You can't. I can't find it. I can't find the hype train. I can't find it. I swear to God. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I found the hype train. I lost it for a second, but now I have it. This is something. This is nothing. Here we go. Hit the like button because we got Christians. Christians on the hype train. Christian dancing. Yes. White Christian hype train, actually. It's a white Christian hype train. Last week we had black church hype train. Now we have white Christian hype train. Feel it. Yeah. KK's on the hype train. All aboard. KK's on the hype train. Or dare I say,
KK's on the hype train.
woo! Christian Hype Train.
D7876 is on the hype train and the crazy train. He's on the crazy train. He loves trains. He picked crazy train and he likes hype. He likes trains. He collects trains. T.O. Hanks on the hype train. 99 cents. Go fuck yourself. You won't even fucking call me. You're down here in Florida, you fucking dickhead.
I'm in a bad mood, T.O. Yeah. Christian what?
Closeted Carl and Mom Wife on the hype train. Calvert, Crossland. Thanks for the $2.
Yeah.
Nick in Fort Wayne's on the hype train. Nick in Fort Wayne. Nick in Fort Wayne. Who's also promoting Truly Anonymous as a $100 sponsor. Yeah! Go subscribe. Hype train.
What are we doing?
T.O. Hank is back on the train. Oh, you went from 99 cents to $1.99. Fuck yourself. Fuck you. I'm done with him. Fuck T.O. Hank. Fuck the hype train.
Fuck everything. Fuck everybody. Oh, what's the matter, T.O.? What's the matter, T.O. Hank? Oh, you don't like this little space here? Oh, you don't like this little space here? It's bothering you? It's an eyesore? Oh, T.O., I'm sorry. Is that why you didn't want to hang out with me in Florida, because of that little space? Oh, T.O.'s got his feelings hurt. Little T.O. Hank's got his feelings hurt. T.O.'s all in his feelings. I don't like this. I'm going to give him 99 cents. I'm going to give him 99 cents. Now I sound like April M. Hall. T.O. Hank sounds like April M. Hall. I'm T.O. Hank. I'm T.O. Hank. I'm April Hank. T.O. Hank. Fuck. Sorry, I was just fucking around. Really good podcast, Chad. Yeah, go fuck yourself. It's Friday. Where's your podcast? I got an email. Jesus Christ. I put effort into my show. Adam, Carl. I perform. This is from Greg. Shark, what are your thoughts on Melton attending the WATP event in Detroit? Also, I can't afford a $100 sponsorship, but can you do it for $80 and just eliminate one of your perks? Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Greg. So you want to be a $100 sponsor for $80? Yeah, we could do that. Here's your perks as a $100 sponsor. You can promote whatever you want. You get free t-shirts and stickers. You can pick the song at the start of the show. VIP response in the chat. What I mean by that is I can pull you up on screen without a super chat. And most importantly, you can brag that you're not poor. And that's what it's all about. But yeah, for $80, we'll go ahead and eliminate the song at the top of the show and shout out. See? So you won't get the song at the start of the show or a shout out. There you go. Let's get to all the people that have become $100 sponsors. The good people. John Spencer's promoting the Kevin Brennan show that I was on yesterday with Earl Skakel. Hello. But he's changing it this month. I have yet to change the graphic. I'll do that this weekend. Crooklyn Comedy, there he is. Crooklyn Comedy, his social media. Go Subscribe to his YouTube, his Instagram. He's always putting out content. He's a good dude. Speaking of Earl, Ken Moska is promoting Earl Skankel's YouTube. Go subscribe to Earl. Would you? At Earl Skankel. It's that simple. Perry Skincare, Lisa Stewart. Use the promo code CHAD10, get 10% off your order. I'm wearing it right now. Doesn't my skin look good? Looks great. Bill from Jersey, who dropped a hundo early because he killed it on DraftKings, is promoting Opie Radio on YouTube. Go subscribe to Opie's channel. Stara's Video is promoting Stoney's Bar, but he's changing it to Mr. Kill Everything's YouTube. I gotta change. I got so much shit to do. God damn it, Matt. Of course, there's Bubba, just promoting my channel. Thank you, Bubba. Deadfool is promoting Granny's YouTube, This All Sucks Pod. At This All Sucks Pod. Go subscribe. Granny's a good guy. He's a good egg. Nick in Fort Wayne's promoting Shuli's Anonymous on Reddit, which is hilarious. Total troll, but I'm for it. While you're here, please like and subscribe to my channel. Could you? Sit down, Zumock. I think I'm going to be changing the whole URL to World War Z. It's really grown on me. It really has. Oh, there she is, Miss New York. How are you, sweetheart? She's on my Patreon. Patreon.com/World War Z. Go sign up. I'm serious. Sign up. Let's stick it to Ray. Thank you, Miss New York. Love you. Pool Scan Sam, Z-Man, fix that gap in the wall. I mean, come on. I know. Tio hates it. I know. Aww. Aww. If you only knew how much work I was doing back here, you know? If you only knew. Oh, thank you, KK. Thank you so much. She's promoting it for me. Oh, Clearwater Chad's in the chat. Let's send him the link. Why don't we, huh? Just to piss off Nick in Fort Wayne. All right, I'm sending you the link, Clearwater Chad. It's Friday fuck around. And he didn't even ask for the link. See, if you don't ask for it, I'll send it. Here we go. Yeah, baby. Just sent it. I'm just curious to see who else is. Fernham, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm starting to think Adam is Jenny Jingles' real husband and Carl is his son. Why else is he around? That's not a bad theory. I think I'm with you on this. I think you're onto something. Adam Bush is the actual husband of Jenny Jingles, and Carl is the kid. How old is Carl? Isn't he 49? I think he's 49 years old. I like your theory, though. Calvert says he literally just asked for it in the chat. I just sent him the link. Brian says Jenny is old enough to be his mother. Yeah, isn't Jenny Jingles like 56 years old? Is anybody going to that Detroit gig? Anybody? I would like boots on the ground. Somebody checking in. Somebody checking in and reporting back. Really? She's that old? He's that old. I think Carl's 49 and Jenny Jingles is 56. His life is great. All right, let's transition over to Aaron Emholt. We almost made it through a show without talking about him. Aaron really is on an island by himself. There's no one. He has no allies left. His hero is Anthony Cumia. He's been influenced by Anthony Cumia. O&A was like his everything. That's the reason why he's in radio. I mean, we saw the interview with Anthony Kumia. Kumia went on his show, stared at April's tits for 2 hours, and they had a conversation. Aaron ball washed him the whole time, talking about how great he was and how shitty Opie was, because, you know, that's what they do. But now Anthony, like he always does, turns on people for profit and views, is shitting all over Steel Toe. Before we get to that setup, I was doing a Carl setup. We got to go to this clown. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Clearwater Chad.
Hey, thanks for having me, Chad.
What do you have to say about Nick in Fort Wayne hates your guts?
I think he's just pretending to hate me. I think he really is a big fan of mine, probably.
I think he's pretty adamant. He don't send him the link. I can't stand this guy.
I'm sure that you're seeing your views go up since I joined.
No, they're actually, we just lost one. Between X and YouTube, we're at 258. And before you joined, we were at 259.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe some people will contribute because a lot of people are big Clearwater fans.
Kim Nicholson hates you, but then again, she hates everybody. Who else hates? I'm just looking at the
who
chat.
else? Who else is pretending to hate me?
Number one Toe fan. Everyone hates this idiot. I'm just reading the free chat right now.
All right. Thank you, Toe.
Edward Jones. People are turning on you.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like. I'm glad I'm starting to get the link again. For a while, everyone's really hating on me.
I think it's because you're overexposed. You go on too many shows.
Well, that was cured because I haven't been on many shows lately. So
Painkiller says he's indifferent of you. Michaela says Clearwater Chad is good, clean fun. Poolscan Sam says Clearwater Chad Army. Olivia S loves you. Okay, it's turning.
50-50, huh?
KK loves you. RP says Clearwater Chad is bringing the heat. D. Riley says I hate him more than Ray. Wow, that's serious shit.
Well, I think it's starting to turn my way because I really gave it to John. Did you see the episode of John I was on? He cut me off.
You were actually fantastic. I mean, I'm not joking. This is not even sarcasm. That was fucking really good.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if you've seen it.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've had enough of his BS. You're not going to tell me to apologize. Like you apologize to me, you scumbum.
Yeah, because he was saying shitty stuff about you too.
Right, he was like starting to dox me and stuff. I'm like, listen, he thinks he's some choir boy or something. It's like your history is not clean, John. You dox people. You're mad at me because of the things I'm doing, but you're 10 times worse to me. So keep your mouth shut.
Dude, he threatened to fight me for 2 months straight. And he said, let's have a talk. And I said, come to my house. He's like, I'm not going to your house. You come to my house. So I go to his house. And then he's 2 hours away. He calls the police, gets my
called the police like a little girl. Yep.
Like a bitch.
Yep. And now he's still carrying around the note like he's some victim or something.
Yeah, he went to that show in Youngstown and somebody on audio, he showed somebody who was taping him. He had the note on him.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I seen that.
It's unbelievable.
He's got some major problems.
And you actually paid to go see him. You drove 2.5 hours to see him?
Yeah, something like that. 2.5 hours, yep.
And you paid money to see him do stand-up comedy, and you were a fan.
Well, believe me, with Southern John, the tickets were not much. They were like $20.
But still, that's a lot of work if you actually, get in your car and drive. That's gas, that's food, that's everything. That's a night out. And that's, I don't take that lightly. And the fact that he treats you like shit just goes to show you the type of person he is.
Right. Yeah, no, he really, it's not even like you said, we're not even playing anymore. He really is a bad dude.
And that takes a lot coming from you because you generally kind of like everybody or you're just indifferent. You're just,
right.
Whatever. He's a good guy.
Right.
He's fine.
A lot of this stuff we're supposed to be joking around, but when you dox someone's real information, now it's game over.
Right. So that's where you cross the line. And I can tell you're serious because you're always just kind of being silly. And right now you have like a tone that I've never heard.
Right. Yeah, he went too far. We're not just joking anymore.
Wow. Yeah. The way he treats you, because he thinks everyone's beneath him. And I think that's just driven by insecurity. That's why he's constantly talking about his credits.
Right. Yeah, I know. And if he didn't cut me off, I'll be like, John, what have you done? This is 30 years ago. What have you done in the past several years?
Right. And it's just, who gives a shit? Like, nobody cares about the Tonight Show anymore.
Right. Yeah, most people don't even recognize him.
No. He goes out to these bars hoping to get recognized, and when he doesn't, he has to let them know he was on the Stern Show. Let them know he was on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here and Wings. Who gives a fuck?
Yep, and he still counts that as being recognized when he told them who he was.
Right. Exactly. He has to tell people that he's Stuttering John from the Howard Stern Show and the Tonight Show because nobody gives a shit.
Right.
Like, credits don't mean a goddamn thing anymore. It's like, what are you doing now? You're
right.
collecting
Exactly.
$2 insults, super chats online. That's your life. And getting drunk every night. Go ahead.
Sorry, if you notice, his viewers are not going up; they're going down. People are watching OJ. They like that, which me too. I watch OJ instead of him. The snipe, he snipes it really good and tells you. His viewers are going down though. I think it's going to continue.
You have to watch it through a filter, a lens. You can't just watch it like for what it is because it's so bad. And it's
for the people that, sorry to cut you off again. For the people that don't like OJ, still watch it through. Most people do like him, but still watch it through OJ. Give OJ the super chats and the views, and why give John the money?
I mean, at this point, I just want to bankrupt this guy, but he's not going to. He's always going to get the $2 hate chats. It's just, it is what it is. But I really don't want him around anymore. I think he's bad news. I think he causes problems. I mean, the fact that there's a lawsuit out there because of him, the fact that he called the police on me, he struck my Patreon, and I'll go to the grave saying that him and Mark Lewis were behind it.
And I agree. It's the same thing along the other lines. It's not cool to sue someone in real life. Now you're costing people real money. Whatever you think about Shuli and Lady K, you're costing them real money and time away from their families.
Right. And it's like, I'm not Carl's biggest fan, but it's fucked up. And, even when he struck my Patreon, like literally that's $3,000 a month gone and 8 years worth of work and content it's gone. And there's nothing I can do. And luckily after a bunch of appeals, I was able to get a new one, but still.
Exactly. Yes. This should be, we all like to get on each other a little bit. That's a lot of fun. I love doing it, but let's keep it out of the real life.
Right. And I'm with you on that. What are your thoughts on T.O. Hank?
T.O. Hank. Was that the viewer you were saying?
Yeah.
As far as I know, he's a good guy.
Fuck him.
I'm not reading the chat though. Can't see the chat.
I'm just looking at it right now for the first time. Pool Scan Sam, call Rocco and tell him I said hello now. He won't answer. He never answers.
He's probably at work. He does work. I mean,
he has a day job, so he's at work.
Yeah, Pool's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. What else is going on? What do you got going on this weekend?
I was you didn't know obviously, but I was planning and I did start going to Detroit. I like 20 minutes in
that's right. You were gonna go, right?
Yeah, and I actually started driving there, but the GPS, and I was only half like, no one, like, whatever, but I'll still go. But so I got up to where the GPS says like enter Canada. Well, I know when I enter Canada, my phone's gonna stop working and I would lose my GPS. And if I rerouted it, it wasn't going to be a 4-hour trip. It was going to be close to a 6-hour trip. So I'm like, I still keyed it in, and I'm like, it wouldn't do it. It wanted me to go through Canada. So I'm like, you know what? I don't really need to go that bad. So I just headed home.
Yeah. Why do you have to go to Canada?
Well, the closest route would go through Canada to get me there, which, I just wanted to go through Ohio and that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought you just drive through New York to Pennsylvania to Ohio.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, Ohio. That's what I did last time, but it wouldn't do that on Google Maps, and I MapQuest did, but it doesn't tell you just like Google Maps. It's almost like a printed thing. So I'm like, I don't need to get lost going. You know what I mean? So I just headed home.
It's not worth seeing Carl.
Right. And a lot of the guys I was hoping would go weren't really going.
It says it's 4 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah, that was from if you go through Canada, which was like I could do 4 hours.
You have to go through up through Hamilton to London. Oh, okay. Yeah, you go straight through Canada. You don't even go through the U.S.
But like I said, like I thought about it and I thought about it, and I know last time as soon as I entered Canada, you lose your cell service. I'm like, well, what am I going to buy a map like the old school days, and like try to figure out how to? I'm like, I don't have time for that to get lost in Canada,
Yeah, well, yeah. What are you going to go through? Buy a map? You remember we had to use fucking maps? Oh my god, Jesus Christ!
I was never great with them either, so I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with this. And the other way, like I said, was almost 6 hours, and I'm like, it's not going to be that great of a show. I was, a lot of the guys like OJ's there, but he's leaving before I get there tonight, and Cardiff can't make it, so I'm like, well, I don't need to go.
Well, that's good. You're thinking on your feet.
Yeah, a lot of these events, you go to meet people and make friends and stuff.
Yeah, fuck them. Were you at one of your rentals?
Yeah, I'm waiting for my son to get off the bus. Because I was supposed to get him off the bus, but somebody else was going to. And I told my ex, I said, I can get him off. But she said, don't worry about it because they have plans. But I got to make sure they're out here.
Let's dox your son. I'm kidding.
Couple minutes. They got to make sure someone's out here.
Well, that's nice. I like the idea of putting a map, just getting a map and putting it on the hood of your car and putting your hands and just like looking at it. I like the visual look of that.
Well, I should have planned it out better. You know what I mean? If I would have planned it out better, I could have printed if I would have known all this, that the GPS wouldn't reroute, I could have printed the coordinates, but I was thinking, come on, I don't need to drive for 6 hours just for some comedy show.
Yeah, for some dumb comedy show. Oh, that's a good. You thought on your feet. That's fine.
Thanks, Chad.
There's nothing wrong with that. Wow, Brian Landon. Speaking of thanks for finally being real, Clearwater Chad.
Oh, no problem. I got my regular shirt on instead of my uniform too. Thanks, Brian.
No, I think he appreciates you being honest about Stuttering John.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. I've had enough of him. I'm not going to let him push you or me around, you around, or no one.
Oh, he won't even mention my name after he called the police, and took down my Patreon because he knows he's guilty. That's why he refuses to bring my name up.
Nice.
He knows, I literally, he wanted to fight me. That's how bad it got.
Yeah,
he really does. In his mind, thinks he's above everybody, and he's just not.
Yeah, he really does. Yep. First thing, like you said, tells you his credits that no one cares about.
No, and that's two of the things that universally connects all of us. Number one, we all love Dr. Steve, and number two, we all hate Stuttering John. It's just
True.
those are the connections right there.
And like I said, you want to think he's doing this as an act, pretend, because you know what I mean, but he's not. He's not that good of an actor.
He's an asshole.
He is. Can't hide it.
He's going live again today at 3:40. I just looked to see if he was on.
Well, we'll still mess with him, of course.
And the reason why he goes he tries to get all Kevin's super chats. That's why he goes a little bit earlier. He wants to
okay.
Yeah, I know what he's doing. He's totally grifting the audience.
Well, Kevin's been doing great this past year.
Kevin had a good year for sure. All right. Well, since you're coming home and you won everybody over with talking all that shit, do you want to possibly bring this back? Where did it go?
We got?
Shit, where did it go? I don't know where it went. Oh well. No, Chad in the morning or the.
Oh yeah, we could do this. I was going to ask you, but you were busy last week. Chad in the afternoon. You wanted to do it in the afternoon. You said, right?
I wanted to do it the evening.
Yeah, the evening. Yeah. Hi. Oh, good. She's here. Let me just say hi to her.
Oh, is that your neighbor?
Yeah. Hi. I just wanted to make sure. And she said you're still going to pick. I had plans and then they fell through with you guys have plans. Well, thank you. Oh, well, that's fine now. Especially, he'll be the next bus after this one here.
I want to hear what's going on.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you could have. Yeah. He'll be, especially because he'll be right. I think it's the one after this bus, so literally 1 minute. Thanks.
With the kids coming?
He's coming, yeah.
Hey, Detroit by Dark. I wonder if he's going to the show. You could have met him.
Oh, I know. Yeah, like I said, I would have loved to meet some of the people, but
No Friday is complete without a roll of the dice. Whatcha?
Whatcha?
Whatcha? I got the dice right here.
Oh, nice. I got them inside the house too.
Let me grab my dice. Dice is right here.
Whatcha?
Where'd they go?
Roll the lucky dice.
Don't get me canceled.
I know, right? No, I just said roll lucky dice.
Oh, here they are. They're right next to me. Jesus. Whatcha?
Whatcha?
These are all the way from Detroit. These dice.
Nice. Oh, it's right. Detroit by Dark gave them to you.
Yeah. He's a big fan. Big fan of the.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's got a good channel. It's called Detroit by Dark.
Does he really?
Yep.
Detroit by Dark. Let me see his channel. Let's give him a free.
I think it's
plug.
called Detroit by Dark.
I mean, that'd be the smart thing to do, right?
Right. He's got a real recognizable name.
Detroit by Dark. I don't see it. YouTube.com/Detroit by Dark.
Can't think of what else it would be called though.
Let's make evil. Let's make war. Yeah, it's not coming up on my end.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe somebody in the chat could put it in.
Yeah, give him a plug, would you?
I didn't realize you were live. I was watching Ray for a few minutes until I heard you were live.
You're not subscribed to my channel? How dare you?
No, I was, but he came up first.
No, I was on before Ray.
Yeah, well, I don't know why then, but he came up first. And then
Yeah,
someone had a...
Ray has 30 viewers right now.
Yeah, he didn't have any viewers. He's a good take, though.
He's not. But here's the thing about Ray is he's his own worst enemy. He doesn't try to get good at this. He doesn't try to buy new equipment. Like, say what you want. I'm not technically savvy. I mean, I went and bought soundproofing. I got new mics coming. I got new lights. Oh, here it is. I just checked the free chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's youtube.com/Detroit_by_dark.
Excellent. He has a good channel. He does a lot of good stuff.
Allegedly.
I was on his show once. Allegedly.
Oh, you were on a show?
Well, I don't know if he calls it a show, but we were kicking it around one day about a few months ago.
Okay, I got it right now. I want to pull it up.
All right.
How's this little free advertising? You didn't even have to be $100 sponsor.
That's cool. It's good. I know you do it too, Chad, but my big thing is I like to plug, even though my channel's small, I like to plug the smaller channels.
Yeah, that's one of the perks of the. Oh wait, here it is.
Hello. So what have you been up to lately? I see you on.
I'm sniping it.
Joey C's show.
Oh, is he on live?
Oh yeah, it was funny you were on there. I was like, I gotta go at 6.
You know, we had a.
Oh, the one I was in.
So for me, that was 3 p.m. And
This is a 6-minute interview.
I thought my.
Oh, okay.
All right, go watch it, guys. Obviously, after this.
I haven't thought about that since.
It was 5 months ago.
Okay.
Well, listen. I know you got your kid coming home from school. We don't want him getting docked. So
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on, though, Chad. It was a pleasure. And inbox me with Chad and Chad again.
All right. Well, I should have things up operational by next week for sure. I'm way behind. I still have to do production for my show. I have to make more graphics for the $100 sponsors, but I'll be in touch.
Okay.
All right,
Sounds
dude.
good. Sounds
We'll see
good.
ya. There
Okay.
he goes. Clearwater Chad. He's out of here. You wanted him, you got him. No, that was good shit that he talked shit to John. That was good shit. Before he jumped on, I was talking about steel toe, and I was setting it up. I was giving the setup like Carl likes to do. He loves setting the table for his formulaic show. So Aaron Emholt, who desperately wanted into the Dabbleverse, and he was covering me, and he was also saying I was the next stuttering John. Well, as it turns out, he ended up becoming the next Stuttering John. Now everyone's covering him and turning on him. Carl, Melton, you name it. Everyone's covering Steel Toe. He's the clown of the internet, including his idol, Anthony Cumia, who he looked up to. O&A was everything. You could hear the influence in Aaron's voice of Cumia. And as Cumia has done, like he has done before in the past, is he'll throw you under the bus. And he self-admits that. He goes, I'll throw anyone under the bus. Cumia still wants to be famous. He still wants his name out there. He still wants to be liked by these people. He likes going to Content Hotel and getting his balls washed, his ass kissed. Anyways, Cumia has been shitting on Aaron, making fun of him, his situation, the swinging, and just clowning him. So the other day, I think it was Hackverse Anonymous. Let me make sure I get this one right, because was it Hackverse Anonymous or was it Steel Toe? What's the new Steel Toe Reddit? There's a new one. I forgot what it was. Does anybody know? Anyways, he basically was grifting off the situation of the shooting on one of his evening shows, covering it. And he was even quoted by saying, I thought I would have got more money for that coverage. And I guess Cumia called him out for it. Called him a piece of shit on Twitter. So Aaron snapped back, and this is courtesy of Stallion 19. Now, I don't know who your idols are. I can think of a handful of mine. But more importantly, like Chuck D from Public Enemy. If Chuck D hated me, it would bother me. If Chuck D was making fun of me, it would bother me. It would bother me. And Aaron snaps back at his idol.
Tell you that, like, I know that we trigger the internet and we trigger the world. Nova was telling me something very nice today. He was texting me before the show. And then I just told him, I go, look, man, you're into this internet too much. Like, you take it too seriously. Like, try to chill out. I like you. I told him I like you. And he's currently going off on me now in my texts. He's like, oh, all these people are coping about you. I'm like, oh, that's all these people ever do is cope about me, dude. I've been trying to tell you this. No, I tried to tell you so many things. And I'm just like, you know what? We got the Charlie Kirk stuff going on. I'm covering that, balls to the walls, shit that matters. And I'm like, he goes, your life is shit. And I'm like, I have so many friends and family, a lovely girlfriend, amazing kids. I'm like, you got to get off the internet, dude. Like, you're letting a show like Dick.
Well, you're doing exactly what you're complaining about. You're complaining about an internet guy right now. Noga. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Like, for example, just off the top of my head as an example, like Kim Nicholson hates me. She can't stand me. Do you think I give a fuck what she thinks? You obviously care.
Tate, how you run your life. So you got to stop. Well, yeah, well, you're a piece of shit. And it's just like, okay. All right. Some people you can't help. You really can't. Oh, boy, he's still going off. I'm not going to block the guy. Like, I do like Nova in spite of himself.
Nova.
But he just gets too close to all of these people. Like, he really just gets too close to all of this internet stuff, and it just kind of blinds him. It's too bad. Clippers unite. Oh, this was another thing the anti-steel toe crowd went delusional over. Last night while we were rallying for the goal, I was like, come on, guys. We had some great Charlie Kirk coverage tonight. We killed it. I think the show was worth it today. You know, the stuff I always say. A guy.
So you're grifting off a guy who got killed.
Clipped like 20 seconds of it. He's like, the fake outrage of the anti-steel toe people is so laughable that I think they mock themselves at this point. This guy was, oh, Aaron's such a terrible guy. Meanwhile, they're like, yeah, send that schizophrenic to stalk Aaron and film him. I mean, that guy could take a shot at me someday.
So Aaron's new cope, if you will, I hate using that word, is the internet people are going to shoot him because they're mentally unstable. They're not. They're not going to do anything.
I'm very reticent of that fact. That, there's similar, on a much smaller scale, there are people with an audience that tell their audience to follow me around and film me and direct them to, and that shit escalates because
you're stuttering John.
They pretend I'm the devil. Like I get that. I get that you guys.
We don't think you're the devil. We think you're a moron. We like to make fun of you.
Guys are off your rocker, but Clippers unite. Making money off blood of an American who actually had dignity is a new low, even for you, bro. Cry harder. I mean, really.
Cry Harder, starring Bruce Willis. No, you were doing that. You were totally making money off that guy. I mean, a lot of people are. The situation. Because you even said, throwing more money. I did great coverage.
I mean, your news talk show is talking about the news. Me in the ass, I guess. The war you may claim.
What is the show? Because you said it was a comedy show. You always said we do a fun comedy show. Now it's a news show. Interesting.
Exists is over. May you live forever with your reputation. All right. Sorry, Clippers unite.
JD straight shot.
Nobody is buying your righteous indignation. I'm sorry. Nobody watching this show right now is buying your horse shit. And I know that's frustrating, but thank you. It's easy to be an edgelord on the internet. And don't I know, I encounter them every day. They're easily breakable, weak people. It takes a really strong mother to go out and just be honest. And I think
I've never done. I've never gotten a restraining order against somebody on the internet. Can you say the same? I've never filled a lawsuit out because of people on the internet. Can Stuttering John say the same? I never filed a police report because I was getting emailed and called fat. Can Patrick Melton say the same?
Destiny felt like he had to say something wacky. He had to say something that the internet would pat him on the back for. I don't know. So it was nice to see, surprising in some senses, but nice to see some of the usual suspects actually being cool about it. Annoyed Wawa supervisor says, breaking news, local evening jock and two-time divorcee ponders, where does the moisture come from? All right, we're taking things a bit out of context. I saw a guy clipped me like 20 seconds of me going, we had a great show tonight. The Charlie Kirk stuff was good. Let's come on. Let's hit the goal, trying to get him to rally at the end. And by the way, we did end up hitting the goal and going over last night.
Here we go. This is the Anthony Kumia situation I was telling you about.
Right, so thank you. And I saw Boomer, old man. He's basically Opie now Kumia, like retweeted like, yeah.
He's saying he's basically Opie now. We need to go do the Vindictive Nerd origin stories about when they were making fun of Opie together. But now Kumia, his idol, the genius of Anthony Kumia, the guy he's influenced by, is a piece of shit. It's great to watch them eat their own.
You're a piece of shit. And you're like, bro, do you like, are you like just the boomer now who scrolls Facebook memes and you're like, that's how you learn history now?
By the way, I love how he thinks that's an insult, calling someone a boomer. And coping, it's just boomer, lol cow. He thinks these are insults. The younger generation, they don't know what an insult is. Calling somebody a cunt, a fucking douchebag.
Like you watched a 26-second clip of a guy whose Twitter name is probably Aaron's the biggest retarded ass, so I hope he dies.net.
No, Chris Hall said in the free chat, I just looked over, he said, you think I'd make more money from this Charlie Kirk stuff? That's exactly what he said. That's what he said. So he's lying about that too.
Probably has a picture of me as his avatar, making a weird face or something. Like, you really bought that instead of watching for yourself? Boomers, man. They're just aging out of the program. Is what
he called me a boomer once.
What they're doing. Hey, Kumia, f you. You still think I'm a piece of shit? Go f yourself then. I don't need you. Yeah, that's somebody clipping just a couple of seconds out.
He called Kumia, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. I don't need you. That's his idol. Do you understand? His biggest influence is Anthony Kumia. It's got to sting. It's got to sting.
Me, and then Kumia, what a piece of shit. F You, pal. Your day is dead, dinosaur.
Now he's a dinosaur? I thought he was your idol. He was the great Anthony Cumia. He's back in terrestrial radio. Anthony's the king. He's more talented than Howard Stern. Your number one influence.
Your chance. You and your generation are part of the reason we're here. Suck my dick. It's just to me for no reason. And then some psychopath.
Look how angry he is.
Dabble retard who, I mean, if you didn't realize how irrelevant, Kumia, if you don't realize how irrelevant those mentally ill retards are, you're on the radio now, you have an opinion in politics. Lean on that. Stop with these. I know they suck your balls dry. Like
you were one of them. You were one of them.
School student, but try to say no. All right?
You were one of those guys. We watched it.
Because that shit, those people are small potatoes. But to see a guy who has been, people have made a living off.
This guy is so angry. He got kicked out of the swinger group. He got kicked out of the Dabbleverse. And now they all suck. Everyone sucks. Every group he's been in, he got kicked out of. They suck.
Flipping him out of context and then making a judgment. And he's going to make a judgment on me. You. At least I've always kept mine over 18.
Whoa!
Aussie Mark says Aaron still believes he's not ruled by a uniparty. When did I say? I believe I've said we are numerous.
At least I keep mine over 18. Wow. Shots fired. Wow. That's his idol. I got to see that again.
I tell you that, like,
I got to listen to that again.
Shit, those people are small potatoes. But to see a guy who has been, people have made a living off clipping him out of context and then making a judgment, and he's going to make a judgment on me. You. At least I've always kept mine over 18.
Whoa. Whoa. I love watching them eat their own. It's fantastic to watch. As soon as I realized these people were all garbage, I was just like, yeah, they're all garbage. But Aaron wanted to be friends with these people. He was going to DabbleCon. You remember? He was going on WATP. He was co-hosting Anthony's show on Compound Media with Gino. He was on Compound Media. You remember? They were running the steel toe specials. If you signed up to Compound Media, use the promo code TOE or something. Now he's a dinosaur, a boomer, a piece of shit, garbage, the next Opie. He called him the next Opie. What are we doing? This is great. Let's eat our own. I'm in a good mood today. I think I'm doing overtime. Who's with me on that? Because Bill from Jersey sent 100 over because he won on DraftKings.
Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Get in there. Rally it up. Let's do something. Let's make a fucking go of it, guys.
Yeah, let's do something. Let's make a fucking go of it, guys. Fuck you, Kumia. At least I keep mine over 18. I got to get that clip. Somebody clip that for me, would you? Send it over via Dropbox. By the way, my Venmo, Streamlab, PayPal, Cash App is pinned to the top. In case you can't read it, I put it on my screen. Daddy needs a new laptop. Daddy needs a new laptop. So we will be grifting for a new laptop. Patrick grifts for trips to Hawaii. I grift for equipment. So yeah, I can do these shows. Because it's my obligation. Where should we go? I guess we got to talk Kiki and Michaeline talking about Content House, right? We got to talk. Kiki and Michaeline were talking about Carl in Content House, and Carl was not happy because of this. Say what you want about Kiki. She knows how to get under people's skin. She gets in there and she can mix it up with the best of them. Kiki, she gets in there and she bothers people, and I kind of respect that. Whether you love her or not, she knows how to get under people's skin. Let's go to courtesy of Stallion 19.
I had a great time with him, Adam Bush, his wife Jenny Jingles during the Content Hotel, right? They got there. Carl admittedly barely came out of his room because he was diligently looking at clips to pull up of.
He barely came out of his room. He barely came out of his room, but he had a great time. You remember? He said he had a great time. It was amazing. But he barely came out of his room. He came out of the closet, but he didn't come out of his room. Let's get back to it.
Steel toe. Okay. As if that's what this would be about. Their grave mistake is that he was embarrassed that they were the one live event. Sorry. And it probably hurt their feelings that this show, the one with me, Gino, Kumia, Chrissy, it was all people there just to have fun, and the stand-up show, everybody did great. They even said it on their show. And they were there. It was very packed in the room, but Carl is used to Patty Melty, Hackamania deal, like where he thinks that he's living in this world that he thinks that everybody gives a shit about Aaron Imholt, okay? And it just was.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. George, who's been a member for 11 months, you should get on Super Tip System, easy money. I already tried that. We can't work with that emotional baby. You say one bad thing about you, he'll fuck up your revenue stream. So that's not happening again. And I did like it. I thought it was it is easy money. But when Melton took away all the AI voices, I was just like, well, we can't work with this guy anymore. And then when he filed a police report, that's when I was like, yeah, we're not doing anything with him. So sorry.
Wasn't the event for that. So, I mean, for Christ's sake, Gino fell asleep during the event. I don't know if you saw this. He was embarrassed that there weren't that many ticket sales for it, and Eugene fell asleep.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
And this is really getting to Carl, that people are saying his show was terrible and poorly attended, considering how much he promoted it and praised Chrissy. My prediction, even though they're sold out in Detroit, and honestly, 80% of that is because of Drew Lane. Drew Lane was on the radio forever in Detroit. But I think people are just getting tired of Carl and WATP. I think it's coming to an end. And Kiki's just spitting facts right here. She's just spitting the truth about what really happened.
Associate with the bottom feeders of the internet. Yeah, instead he's just like.
So it's really not. It's not okay. Listen, I'm not gonna lie about it like they would do. Gino was exhausted, and I didn't think that it was like poor. I mean, there were people there. I think they were just like, why are we watching videos of a man in Minnesota? Like that's what it was. So then, and again, you could see them, and they're going to complain about the setup and blah blah blah. We didn't have long enough cords, and Gino is asleep. And but I was there rallying with them, like, wait, this is fun. Like, it's fine. Like, I believe her.
I believe
made
Kiki.
some jokes. Yes, I shouted out from the audience. It's not a heckle. It made the show better, in my opinion. But it's just not the place to come and like do this like weird steel toe material. And I could tell Carl was getting flustered. But his biggest mistake was Carl goes, and I'm sure you guys know that you heard this. So Anthony Cumia he was supposed to be on their show. And that's, Carl just has a big erection for Anthony Cumia. My God.
Haven't I been saying that for the past 3.5 years? Now Kiki's saying it.
I mean, you would think. And Anthony, is actually a broadcaster. And
does Anthony know that?
Well, if he did know it, then I think that he would have ran out of there faster to go to a different event. But
I've been saying Carl's in love with Anthony Cumia for 3.5 years. He was just like Steel Toe. He was in love with him. In love with Cumia. Brian Landon's here, everybody. I don't care what everyone says. Michaeline is one beautiful piece of grade A trim. The boys in the DR are lucky. The Dabbleverse are lucky. So you're saying she's one
Grade A. Beautiful piece of grade A trim. Michaeline.
I bet you could fuck her, Brian. I'll hook that up. She's single. She wants some dick. I could hook up Brian. Let me know. I got Kiki's number. I'll hook it up.
no, Carl is just he just loves Anthony, and who doesn't love Anthony? But
Me.
Anthony could do both. He, killed on stage.
Steel Toe doesn't love him. He said, "Fuck you, Cumia." At least I keep my girls 18, over the age of 18.
Is a broadcaster. I think that little Carl looks up to him, and I think he was very disappointed after he sat in his room all day pulling up clips of Steel Toe and Stuttering John that Anthony wasn't going to be there. So Chrissy goes, "How about I get Rich to come on the show?" And then Rich goes, "Oh, I'll just have to see how I feel after I golf." And then, but that's just Rich Voss, okay? He's a comedian. And then Carl goes, "You, we don't need you." Right, because a group full of people, the only tickets you probably sold, Carl, for that event were people wanting to see Anthony. So you would think,
whoa, shots fired,
that he would go, "All right, good. Let Rich come on. Maybe I'll veer off of my little clips about Steel Toe a little bit." But no.
She ain't wrong.
Then Rich, who was just making a joke, I don't think he had any intention of not coming in. He walks in, Mom, and Carl goes, and Rich Voss is a great comedian, a legend.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's not a legend. I mean, he calls himself the legend, but he is a good comic for sure. And he's been around for a long time, and he's done a lot in comedy. But okay, relax with the legend. Rich calls himself the legend as a joke.
Walks in, people are like, "Yay, yay, yay." Carl goes, "You don't you dare, Rich. Don't you dare." And then Rich sits down and he goes, maybe 5 minutes. And then Carl goes, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rich Voss, everyone."
Looking at Jeff Closer, legend, like Reggie Jackson. Like Art says, legend, like Carlin, like Pryor. I mean, they're legends. Carlin, Pryor, Eddie Murphy, not Rich Voss. I mean, Rich Voss just opened for Shane Gillis. I'm just cool it. He's a name. I'll give you this, Kiki. He's a name, and he's probably a bigger name than any guest that Carl's gotten on a show. He's definitely bigger than Trucker Andy. Bigger than Pat Oates. Probably would have been a nice change of pace if Rich was on the show for sure.
The fuck out. I must stay with my clips.
Oh my God.
So right after that, which is a major misstep. Just get off of your clips for a second and you have Rich Voss here. Like, this could have saved your shitty show.
But Kiki, you don't understand. Carl's not a comic. He can't think on his feet. He has to have control.
Oh, it could have saved it. And I was trying to be nice on Monday. All right. But Carl was the one that said it was poorly attended. And I was trying to be nice. And it was. I might have been the only one in the room who knew anything about Aaron. Everybody else is going, "What are we talking about?" Chrissy didn't even know, and she does great because she's a comedian.
So basically, Kiki's saying nobody really was there to see WATP, so nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Nobody was really there to watch, and nobody knew who Steel Toe was.
And then she went away as well. And I'm not saying the show was not, they did what they do, but I think that the crowd was like, okay, what is this? And it was awkward. It was awkward. After that, Chrissy and I go outside to kvetch. Rich walks up to us and says,
This is very telling, by the way. This is very telling.
I've never in my life been, when I walk into a podcast, people don't go, oh, let's veer off what we were going to do. Sit down. Let's be funny. But Carl isn't a comedian. Carl wants to impress like people, I don't know, in his little boxes.
He wants a safe environment where everyone agrees and laughs at each other's jokes, like a morning zoo.
The Dabbleverse, and that just wasn't what it was about.
I don't know anything about him. I've just been introduced to him recently, like when you were on with all those morons, and he was kind of sitting back while they beat you up, but he was like, had a dumb look on his face. Yes, and he just sat there and didn't say word one in your defense or even be nice to you. He just had that dumb smile on his face.
He's like, oh, I don't know what to say.
And you
I love how these people are all doing my Carl impression now. Kiki's doing it. Mersh is doing my Carl impression now. I mean, I love it. I love it. Your paper uses notebook paper. That's wild, man. I had to print it out. What do we got? DR, Dominican Republic, dummy. Oh. Brain fart. Diablo sandwich. Hey, Diablo sandwich, I'll give you $500 to do my podcast just with your name and you. And let's just see you talk shit. Deal? Quick $500 for an hour podcast, and let's see the magic of Diablo sandwich. Z, why should someone buy you a laptop? Legit curious. I don't want someone to buy me one. I want to crowdfund it for sure because it's for the show. These are all crowdfunded shows. This is what we all do. All of us across the board. Carl, Melton, Shuley, Kevin Brennan. I'm just saying, I'll put back into my show, unlike these other shows. I don't think it's that crazy of a thing. I really don't. But I'm trying to point out the difference is I constantly put back into the show. Always. And if you like it, support it. If you don't support the show, then I won't do the show. I'll just go find something else to do. I fell into this 3.5 years ago. This world. We're all doing it. But if you don't want to super chat the show, then I just won't do the show. I'll go back to what I was doing with Sit Down Zumock. I'll do one a week for an hour and put it out for free.
I'm saying you like him and he's kind of a friend. He's no friend.
No, and he hates that I won that.
I've been saying this the whole time. Kiki, I said he's not friend. Kumia, Chrissy, and Carl are the same person. They're all grifters that will stab you in the back for a view and a profit. Carl doesn't give a fuck about you. If he can make money off Kiki, he will. He'll turn on her. He's like, if the super chats come rolling in like they did with Steel Toe and Stuttering John, yeah, you're the next Stuttering John. And Carl, whatever friendship you've had, whatever conversations you've had, or whatever DabbleCon events you've done, it doesn't mean anything to him.
Entire thing. Yeah. It was 6 against.
Dog House Raleigh says Kiki stinks. Yeah, Kiki's the same way. She'll turn on you too. They all will.
Won, and I won. It was me.
Oh my God! He seems, just from what I hear or know or see, he seems very insecure.
Clearly insecure. Thank you, Michaeline. Very.
I love these people are finally coming around on Carl. These people are finally backing up what I've been saying. I've been saying Carl's the most insecure guy out of all of us. The reason why he does the show he does, he's insecure. He's not comfortable in his own skin. None of them are.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that.
So that is
Michaeline, good for you for coming around. Good for you for coming along. If you have $500 on hand, why grift a laptop? I'm not grifting. It's crowdfunded. Okay? This move was very expensive. So I got to work within a budget now because of the move and everything that I had to get.
is exactly what the point I was going to get to. So I was trying to be nice. I said I had fun. I didn't fall asleep. It was fine. I was there for about half of it. I chimed in, blah, blah, blah. I was having a ball. Like, it's great. I'm here, whatever. So then I walk outside with Chrissy. Rich Voss walks up to us after he was shooed away.
This is telling. Watch.
And he says, what the f is that? I can't believe I've never in my life been shooed away from a podcast. When I walk into a podcast,
because Carl couldn't control the environment. Carl has to have a scripted show top to bottom, and if it's he can't improv, he can't think off the cuff.
People,
even though it probably would have been better if he just let Rich be Rich, I think the audience would have enjoyed it. But Carl can't. He's a control freak.
Off of their little clips and go, yeah, let's have fun. Like, what are you doing? And I said, he's not a comic. He is thinking that people know who this man from Minnesota is. He's like, and it brought the thought to my mind where it's like, if Rich Voss walks into Compound Media, do you think they're going to go, no, Rich? If Rich Voss walked into a Kumia show, do you think they go, no, Rich? If Rich Voss walked into a Legion of Skanks show, they go, no. We have to talk about Aaron.
She ain't wrong. I know there's a lot of Kiki haters, but she ain't wrong what she's saying right now.
Holt now and Stuttering John, get out. No.
Sorry, we don't have time for you.
We don't have time for you. It would never happen.
Right.
So, and it was an embarrassment. And
oh, wow. Bill from Jersey makes a good point. He just sent me a DM. So Carl didn't want to have one of the comedians that sat in on the real Jocktober. That's a great point. Yeah, why wouldn't Carl want to have one of the comics that sat in on the real Jocktober, like legit Jocktober that he took from? Instead, he'd rather shoo him out for Adam Bush and Jenny Jingles and Chris the producer.
I'm not making it up.
You don't think Rich Voss can make fun of Steel Toe? That's a great point. Have a Jocktober comic in to make fun of another podcast. What a fucking dummy Carl is.
He literally came up to us and said, I've never been treated like this. So, of course, after the fact, I'm like, that was a failure. Of course, they rag on Aaron so much. I have to call Aaron and tell him he shooed Rich Voss away. And it was embarrassing. And I wouldn't have just gone around and said that. I didn't say it to anybody, but all they do is cover Aaron. So I'm just laughing about it, like, I can't even believe what I just witnessed. And then I have the man telling me.
Oh, Steve. Steve, thank you for the Venmo. We're hitting the goal.
Never been treated like that. What the f are you doing? That's bizarre. So then I go out to the bar and Carl is sitting there with Adam Bush and whatever, some other twerp that tried to talk to me about Steel Toe. I'm like, you need to relax. Like, this is not you. It's going to be okay. And Carl's sitting there. He looks still, Mom. This is an hour after Carl's little poorly sold podcast about Aaron and Stuttering John where he literally shooed Rich Voss away. So I sit down next to him and he almost.
Lady KB in the chat says, I don't even like Carl, but Voss invited himself on stage like he always does, so I'd shoo him away too. No. Chrissy suggested Voss come on the show. And Carl said, okay, cool. And then Rich said, I may or may not come, and he just showed up. So Carl knew that he possibly would come.
Had tears in his eyes, Mom. And before I could even get a word out, he said, I know you're going to go back to Kevin Brennan and tell him all about this.
Oh, shots fired. So he immediately knew his show was a failure. And he immediately said, oh, you're going to go tell Kevin Brennan about this. This is fantastic.
Kevin Brennan, which, well, now I am.
Of
well,
course.
now Kevin will hear it. That was not, I was just going to say, good show, buddy. He, with tears.
You guys think I should call Voss and get his 2 cents? Anybody think I should call Voss in the chat and get an exclusive? What do you guys think in the chat? Should I call Voss? Jump and slash says call Kiki. Brian says, why not? Fitzwell says yes. What Fitzwell says goes. George says do it. All right, let's call Voss.
Yes.
Hey, Voss, you're on my podcast, so don't say the N-word.
What do you want?
I'm sorry to bother you. You got 2 seconds?
It depends on what.
So we're watching a clip right now of that content house you were at up in the Catskills.
Yeah.
And they're saying that Carl invited you to come on his podcast and then he told you to leave. Like, what's that all about?
No, first of all, he didn't invite me to go on his podcast. Do you guys, is that all you live for is controversy and beef and rumors and bullshit? He didn't ask me, somebody else by mistake did, and it was just miscommunication. That's all. If he asked me to come on it, I would have stayed on it. So there's no beef. It was a misunderstanding, and now you have nothing to talk about.
No, here's the thing. My thing is, why wouldn't you want to have one of the original guys from O&A that did Jocktober on your show? Actually, this is Bill from Jersey's take. Like, you actually did Jocktober, which Carl does. He took that concept. Why wouldn't he have one of those comments?
First of all, I don't listen to your podcast.
Why not?
I don't listen to his podcast. I don't listen because I would rather listen to my wife sleeping the Golden State Warriors than listen to you. Okay? All right? All right? Now listen.
What? What is that? Is that Bonnie sleeping? What are you doing? What is that in the background?
Oh.
What are you doing?
I was listening to Megyn Kelly, who I'm in love with.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that was Bonnie sleeping or something.
No. If Bonnie looked like Megyn Kelly, I would share a room with her.
Oh,
Now,
shit.
Now listen to me.
Okay.
Take your dumb rumor and your dumb podcast, and I'm not involved in any of this bullshit. I'm too bad. I shouldn't even have talked this long. It's like, you know what this is like? If I called Eddie Murphy and said, Eddie, I'm working on my stairs. Can you give me some pointers? Okay, you fucking zero.
We have over 300 people watching.
Oh, whoa. So there's 300 fat people in the basement of their mother's house, right? stuffing their face with meatloafs going, don't even say anything because I can. And they whatever. I'm not going to sit here and fucking dance around for you fucking zeros. Quit drinking. That's all I got.
When's the
That's
next
my
time you're on
message.
Gutfeld?
Oh, fucking get a TV guide.
A TV guide?
Yeah.
No, I heard
I'm on
you
next
killed
month.
it. Okay, next month. Where are you at next stand-up wise?
Oh, Jesus, for the love of God, leave me. It doesn't matter. Where am I next? I'll tell you, I'm in whatever. I don't want to be too rude. Okay, so whatever. And he didn't kick me off his podcast. He said, oh, I did a quick segment and I left. All right, because he had whatever he does. I don't know what he does. I don't listen, but he, I guess, has, his program planned out. And I wasn't planning to be on it. So,
Yeah, but you make adjustments.
Some people, you're right. Some people do audibles, some don't. That's how they are. I don't know his podcast. I don't know what he does. I know he sits and watches me kill on stage and knows what a fucking amazing act I am. But I don't listen to podcasts. So, whatever he does, obviously he's doing it well because he has, somebody as big as you talking about him.
Yeah, the Z-Man. I'm the biggest guy out there. I'm killing it, Rich. I'm killing it, Rich.
Oh God, I wish somebody said Chad was killed. Not really. I'm only kidding. I shouldn't be talking like that at this point in life. Listen, I'm going to take my nap. That's what people do after they play golf, do work around their big house. They take a little nap. That's what they do.
Yeah, reward
Now
yourself. Treat yourself.
I'm gonna treat myself. And you don't even have a sidekick on this?
I do it solo. It's easier,
Who do you have beef with?
Oh, Carl, actually. The guy who
why?
Because he's a fucking dork. And
what?
He's an unoriginal dork. He's just a creep. I don't like him. He's has that nerd energy. It just bothers me.
Yeah, but there's a million people in this world that have that. Why him? I mean, I'm sure, I don't know the guy, but I'm sure he's minding his own business.
Well,
did he say something about you?
I went on a show years ago and I kind of hijacked it. I kind of, I don't know. I kind of trolled him and then he started covering me. We just never really liked each other. We never got off to a good start. So as soon as I saw that, I was watching the podcast. I was like, I got to call Rich and get his perspective.
Oh, now how old are you now? In your 40s, right? Maybe 50s.
I just turned 50 in December.
Well, congratulations. Hey, do you think a 50-year-old should have a little disagreement with another 50-something-year-old? You fucking dummy. Let it go and fucking live your life, you fucking idiot. Holy. And then he was mean to me. So I was mean to him, and then Kevin was on my side, but then Kevin, he threw me under the bus, and I called Sully, and he didn't answer the phone. Listen to me.
What?
Let go, and let God. All right?
That's a
let go.
That's a good message. Hey, Ken Mosca just texted me. Ask him if he's counting off his golf strokes yet.
Look it.
What?
Listen to me. Send me a check for this. Well, what do you make a week? $12 on this?
I do pretty well. I've been living off of it for the past 3 years.
What's your biggest month?
Oh, geez. I think I made over 10 grand just on podcasting.
And that wasn't nobody else's credit cards.
Ah, too soon. Here.
All right, I really gotta go though.
All right.
Listen, there was no problem, and you're not going to air this because it doesn't make you look good. But I'm just telling you, I have no beef with that guy. He didn't know I was even coming in.
Okay.
The fact that I just walked.
I was trying to because they were trying
I walked in the room. He sat down. What?
They were trying to spin it the other way around, but now you kind of
no.
Okay. Listen,
It was a mission.
Go ahead.
Oh, listen, if he was smart, no, I'm not saying if you're smart. If he look, when Rich Voss walks in a room, you use him as much as you can.
That's what I'm
'cause
saying.
He's going to make you. Yeah, but some people don't do audible. Some people go by the fucking book in life. That's what they do. Some people, doesn't say they're right or wrong. That's what they do. Some quarterbacks during a broken play can turn it around. Some can't. But those ones that can't can also throw touchdowns. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking, in the real, in the whole world, in the scheme of things in life, what the fuck does it matter that I didn't do Carl's podcast? I mean, really, do you think my kids are not going to talk to me anymore? Oh, you didn't do more than 10 minutes on Carl's podcast. Do you think clubs are going to call and cancel me going, oh, shit, if you would have done that whole Carl's podcast, but you didn't, so we're going to have to let you go. No. Do you think it's going to help me get off the tee and hit the fucking ball straight? No, it's not going to help that. Do you think I'll be able to get a hard on without a pill because I did Carl's podcast? No. None of it fucking matters. Do you understand?
It all matters.
Doesn't fucking matter. No, it doesn't matter. He was mean to me. Fuck off. And I'm going to block you. Goodbye.
Rich Voss, everybody. I called an audible. See, I knew I called an audible, and I produce content, bitches. That's what I do. I create content on the fly. I don't need a script. That wasn't planned. You think I planned on calling Voss? You're welcome, everybody. Z-Man does it again. This is a banger of a show. Banger. You see Melton doing anything like that? Melton doesn't even have Rich Voss's number. I do. Here's $2 towards the laptop funds. Good luck. Thank you. I will put it towards it, I promise. Kiki's a piece of garbage too. No one said she wasn't. I'm just saying I agree with her on a lot of stuff she said. You know, if you have a chance to have Voss on, you do it. Go off script. Create content. Do something different. A lot of people say, oh, Chad show's the same all the time. Is it? Is it? I do stuff off the fly all the fucking time. I just did it in front of your fucking face.
In his eyes, Mom. I just sat down and I was about to say, good show, man. No, and he went, I know what you're going to do. You're going to go tell Kevin Brennan about all of this. And it was a disgrace and it was poorly sold and nobody was there. And I went, bro, I had a ball. I'm not going to go tell Kevin.
You're not that person. They're what the?
And he was literally.
But do I understand this correctly that he is saying mean shit about you now?
Oh, now he's just saying mean shit about the content house,
No.
how hotel, how,
Dang Lizard says, doesn't seem like you got that number anymore. You probably really did block you. I've known Voss for 20 fucking years. That's just Voss. That's just what he does.
Adam Bush couldn't get there easily enough. And
I feel like I heard that.
Yes. And how Mersh was right. And here's the good things and the bad things. And but he couldn't say, but then they had to come and watch our show. And he couldn't say, because it would be a lie, that any of us did poorly on stage. You did poorly on stage, Carl. And then Adam Bush had some choice
Carl
words
did poorly on stage
to say.
Who's Adam Bush? That good-looking man
from Buffy? Well, I was excited.
I never watched that show.
Me neither.
Oh yeah, he looks.
I love Michael Lynn because she's completely clueless. She doesn't know who anyone is, and she shouldn't, really, to her defense. Why would you know?
Looks pointy-faced, and maybe not in a good way.
Right. So he's a little older now. But
holy shit, I've done 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ. I've done 2.5 hours. effortlessly. I wasn't even trying. I was just trying to do a quick hour and a half show because I do have shit to do. I'm going to wrap it up. That's too long of a podcast. That's too long. We shouldn't do more than more than 3 hours. 2 hours tops. That's my rule. That's what I think you should do, right? Gina Bombina says more. Waver says halfway there. You guys want me to keep going? Because if you guys are having fun, I'll keep going, but have some fun tonight. Isaac Walmart. Thank you for gifting a membership earlier. He knows this little piggy's coming on, so he's bailing. Yeah, like I give a fuck. Oh, just because you said that, I'm going longer, you fucking douchebag, Diablo sandwich. Go into MLC. MLC. Go on MLC or go into MLC? I won't go up against Brennan because we share the same audience.
I had a nice time with Carl.
Ozone says this little piggy's not going on today. So yeah, go fuck yourself.
Carl with his
It's not even going on, so you're a fucking idiot.
wife, with Adam Bush. Then today they have to cope, and it was like Adam's favorite things about and least favorite things about the Content Hotel. This is what they have to do. They have to shit on it and also kind of say nice things. It was like Adam said something about like, you know, I had really nice conversation with Adam, and it was ridiculous of what he said. Like Keanu's like a schizophrenic homeless woman, but then after 5 minutes, and then she said in 5 minutes, like some really poignant things, and I was excited to stream with her. And yet,
I agree. Aaron M. quotes. What's with everyone saying the word cope all the time? I can't stand it. It bothers me when I hear, oh, he's coping. That guy's coping. It bothers me. It's such a nerdy little insult. It's like, ugh. Brian Landon says, lead into MLC is what I meant to convey. Art and John are both live. Interesting.
yes, it was like 4 a.m. and they were trying to cool off the computer, and we never got to it. But
I love how they had to keep cooling off the computer at Content Hotel, like it was getting too hot. Didn't any of them think of bringing fans or anything? Was that even a thought?
say the same thing here. So that I mean, I thought that was kind of funny. But then when they lie and say, well, then Keanu and Gino, if you bring up Mersh, can't even remember what he said.
Mersh.
No, if you bring up Melton, they spit on the ground.
Garrett and Steve even just said, you know,
We didn't bring them up at all. Him up at all. Not at all.
He's just another liar.
I know.
But if
Yeah.
you hang out with them in real life and try and be nice, and they're comfortable in their boxes, but they can't make eye contact. They all have some form of autism.
That's hilarious. Gino basically calling out Carl, saying they can't make eye contact in real life. They can't have normal conversations. They're only comfortable when they're in their little boxes, their formulaic show. And I agree with them. And listen, I know Gino and Kiki are polarizing and a lot of people don't like them, but they make good points from time to time. And these are good points.
Nothing but nice to them. I was nothing but
always, Keanu. You're always gracious. Always.
right. And I knew that they were going to bring me up a bunch. And I'm going like, well, that's just a bold-faced lie that me and Gino spit on the ground. And when he asked me, like, I do remember this because we had a conversation about it. And I said, this is what I said. What's your problem with Patrick Melton? I said, he says violent things about me. His fans say violent things to me. I realize, and I know I said this to him. I'm like, I realize that I used to have an OnlyFans. I've had jokes about it for years. I didn't say, well, he told people to Google my nudes. I realized that assholes make them on the internet. I didn't expect.
It's amazing how comfortable Mike or Kiki is in front of her mom, though. Like she's just openly talking about her OnlyFans to her mom. That just seems like a weird thing, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's your child, it's your mom, not your buddy. I don't know. I didn't have that relationship with my mom where I just was comfortable. I didn't even swear in front of my mom my whole life until she like passed away. I would never swear around her because I respected my mom. I don't know. Whatever.
Adam Bush to just bold-faced lie about us for the benefit of Carl, who is embarrassed by his shitty show. You're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this, aren't you?
Adam Bush lied about me in front of Carl. He lied about me. I think Adam likes to start controversy.
Yeah, I didn't make it up. Haven't I been saying it? It was insane. It was insane. Before I even said a word, you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this, aren't you? He's like, yeah, you're going to read I gave Carl a hug before he left the last night. And
Incredible.
I said, I promise
Gave him
I'll
a
never
hug.
read your text again. He said, you're going to tell Kevin Brennan and I know you'll read my text to him. So I'll never text you again. Carl.
That's my impression, Kiki. I'm striking your channel. That's my impression. I'm taking your channel down. Fuck that. Nobody does Carl except for me. Now Mersh is doing it. Everyone's copying the Z-Man. They want to be the Z-Man. I get it. I'm a trailblazer. Dan from Nice Podcast, stupid. He copies me. Win by 2. They all copy me. They all want to be me.
Hamburger, you're dismissed. Yeah. You had a great time. You got paid. We all did. They took care of us. We got paid very well. We're sorry that your little podcast about Aaron didn't go the way you wanted.
It didn't go the way you want it. And by the way, it's not just Kiki saying this. I've heard it from a bunch of people that attended. That Carl's show sucked. He did a bad job. He does a bad job. Hey guys, I'm asking this question here. So on StreamYard, there's 2 columns. There's live and it's called starred. That's the paid chat. I spent a majority of my time in the paid chat because why not? That's what pays the show. Right now, we're at 37 super chats. Let's get it to 40. Can we? I'm going to do a little steel toe action right now. Let's just get it over 40. Because I'm ridiculously OCD about things and my routine and just like little stuff like that. It just drives me crazy. So let's get it going.
Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats.
It doesn't even have to be, it could be like 90. I don't give a shit. I just want to get it to 40.
Whatever. I'm getting paid after this. That's all I'm focused on right now. What was a work?
What was a work? That's all that I'm focused on right now. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. New CWBF at 7 Eastern. Be there. Chad, you going to ignore this? I don't know what that is. What's CWBF? Clearwater Buffalo? I'm sorry, I'm not in the know. I see Kyle. I see Kyle. I like what you did there. Hi, we're 1 away. Wait. Yeah. Hi, Fernham. Thanks for the $2. There we go. We hit 40. That's all I wanted. That's all I was looking for. Thank you very much. My OCD's fixed. We did it. We did it. We hit the goal. I really am turning into Aaron, am I?
And I will be telling Kevin Brennan about it now. So
He might already know.
I'm sure
Does
he
he
knows.
know?
That's the thing about Kevin, or no, Carl. He is really, really butthurt about Kevin Brennan. And I don't know what it is.
Because we don't agree with him. We don't agree with him. That's what it is. Yeah, if you don't agree with Carl and these people, you go up against them. Thank you again, D7876. It's Friday. Yay! I got mail. I like poop. Oh, the stuttering prick's on too? I thought he was going to go away. He didn't need this. I thought John didn't need this.
Put
I
that
thought he didn't need
as a little
this.
Easter egg on one of the clay models that I commissioned for someone. Inside out pockets.
Edgar, thanks for the $2. Thoughts on the content hotel fiasco? Skull. Did you watch any of that, Clay?
No. What? The hack hotel? Why would I watch any of that?
Now they're asking about the hotel.
Shit about anyone that's there.
This is actually good snipe. It
Awful. It looked like
into
it was,
what I was
like I
talking
said, I
about.
think we said about last time. It looked like it was filmed on some shitty webcam from the 90s. And it was just awful people. It was just people having a jolly. It's awful karaoke, and it's just that's all I saw was just bad karaoke.
John's not even listening.
Yeah, it just looks shit.
Red Fugly, I'll even come back on and tell you if you
This
want.
is his life.
Why don't you just DM me on Twitter and tell me?
John looks like shit.
I mean, I don't want to risk it happening again.
John looks like complete shit. He's not aging well.
His other assistant, Boss says send link ASAP. He's sorry. No.
This is what your big life is, John. This is what the big celebrity's life is now. The guy from The Tonight Show and The Howard Stern Show. He collects $2 super chats at a time. 60 years old, living in crap coral in a shitty neighborhood, collecting $2 super chats because he's poor. And you are poor. That's why you came back. Because if you did have pensions and money, you wouldn't do this, period. If I had pensions and money, I wouldn't do it either. Money coming in. Let me correct myself before. Oh my God! Did you hear what he said? He doesn't have money. Other forms of, you get it.
He threatened the war in Chicago with that stupid meme that he posted. LA, he sent mounted fucking ICE and police people on fucking horseback to fucking go and, come through a park. It's an intimidation thing, and it's bullshit. I don't give a shit if you like Pocky, but thanks for the $5.
Yeah, I think obviously you got fans, but probably a lot of your fans were right wingers, I bet. So you get triggered when you're with your leftist ideologies.
Why does Clay wear the mask around his face? Why won't he just wear like the mask around like Zorro? I'm curious. Because he likes to smoke weed.
Klein in the Orange Crush. I don't know who MJ Klein is. Do you?
MJ Klein. No.
Josh and Kim Johnson. Thanks for the $5.
Josh
hey,
and
Clay,
Kim
what are your views on the current state of affairs on immigration in the Great Britain? A lot of protests, correct?
Yeah, a lot of protests, yeah. I think it needs to be stopped, personally, over here. It's crazy. Still in the country. Sorry.
Vitaly Malarov. I live in Chicago. I'll pay you $100 if you go to 95th Dan Ryan and
Where's
shout
John
the N-word. First of all, I would never shout the N-word. So why would I ever do that? I would go there, but I wouldn't shout.
I mean, his whole chat's just trolling him, man. That's his life. That's his life. All right, I don't want to watch this prick anymore. Fuck him. Fuck John. All right, let's get out of here, man. I did almost 3 hours today. That's enough. That's enough. You wanted it, you got it. Fernham, would you like it? Get him, Chad. Fuck the stuttering prick. The thing is I get angry I legit get angry. I'm getting a text message. Keep watching John. OJ isn't around and he cleans up when he snipes John. You think, stay on dummy. What do you guys think? I should keep going and snipe John? I do have things to do, but if it's profitable, I'll snipe him. Gina Bombina says more. Well, Gina Bombina just wants me. That's why she says more. Art says yes. Alex Ortiz, who likes me, says no, go do things. Z-Man, tell Kiki to cartwheel into a highway. I'm down for that. That's funny. That's a funny visual. It'd be a funny visual. You know, at the beginning of her show, her stream, she has her running on the beach, back and forth, and she should be doing cartwheels into a highway and getting hit. That'd be great. Gil Bravo says, snipe MLC. Call Kiki. I'm just getting a general consensus of the show, like what you guys want me to do. Because if there's a demand for it, I'll stick around. But if there's not, I'll get the fuck out of here. Trust me, I got shit to do. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. That's kind of OJ's brand, is hating Stuttering John. Calvert says, go build your studio. I agree. I have a lot of work to do. Oh, I'm not even. All right. Well, there's not much of a demand to snipe John right now, and nobody gives a fuck about John, including me. In fact, I'm not even going to listen to John after I leave. Fix that gap. What are you talking about? I have John show over on the monitor here, and it is what it is. This little piggy will be on soon. I heard it's not on. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I don't feel like sniping John. I got shit to do. Plus, you guys don't really give a fuck. My audience doesn't care about John anymore. Fuck him. What did we learn? Where was that earlier? Hold on. I'm pulling it up. Where's the what do we learn? Can you do it again, Gina? Or can you do it again so I can put it on the screen? Art says, thanks for today's show. You're welcome. You're welcome. What did we learn today? What did we learn on the program? There we go. Thank you, Crow. There we go. There we go. What did we learn? What did we learn? Well, we learned Rich Voss doesn't give a shit about any of this, despite picking up my phone call. And he was honest. He said he was not invited and he just came on. Where's my what do we learn music? Whatcha? We learned that Clearwater Chad was on the show. I mean, I gave you a hell of a show. This was a hell of a show for 3 hours. What did we learn? We learned Chad can't. It's not done. It's not done. I'm still working on it. That's why I'm going. I have to go. We learned Chad is monetizing his OCD. I do have it. We learned Rich Voss has a separate bedroom when he watches Megyn Kelly. No, Rich and Bonnie have always slept in separate bedrooms. It makes sense, honestly. I don't like it. I'm trying to get used to it. I don't like it. We learned you can always depend on Chad to be on time. Yes, I'm always on time. I'm the most punctual podcaster in the shitverse. We learned Chad has $500. I do. I think everyone has $500. Everyone has $500. We learned Chad is triggered by any criticism. Wrong show. We learned you're not a J-Mo ball washer. It's not going to be a thing. That's not a thing anymore. We learned that Chad always has things to do. I do. I do. I have things to do. I gotta upload this to Patreon. I gotta soundproof this fucking place. I gotta take all this shit to the trash. I'm being quiet. We learned RC is awesome. We learned Caitlin Clark rules. Good luck to the Indiana Fever. They start the playoffs on Sunday. I won't be watching. Don't mix uppers and downers. All right, guys. Well, if you're going to Detroit, have a good time. Make sure you punch Carl in the face for me. YouTube's terms of service. Dork. I'll try to do one tomorrow afternoon. I'm not guaranteeing it. But I'm trying. I'll try. I'll get this fixed, T.O. Hank. So relax. Thank you, Gina. All right, guys, that's a wrap. 3 hours in the books. Easy to do. It's not that hard, guys. Rack me.
The seaman is on the attack. My Chrysler stinks. Show me how plain guilty. And for one good day, I thought it was squashed. Ray DeVito wishes us well. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks. Caitlin Clark rules. The seaman is on the attack. My Chrysler stinks. Show me how plain guilty. And for one good day, I thought it was squashed. Ray DeVito wishes us well. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks. Caitlin Clark rules. The seaman is on the attack. My Chrysler stinks. Show me how plain guilty. April wants to dig. I thought it was squashed. Ray DeVito wishes us well. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks. Caitlin Clark rules. Who wants to dick? I thought it was squashed.